This is King Bo Christ, and you're now tuned in to the I Say That to Say This show. Get a sound check. Think we're good.
Yo.
That was a weak ass sound check.
Yellow.
Fucking guy freestyles for hours on end. He gives me a yo-yo.
I was born out of my mother's ass. What do you want me to do? Damn, man. You got a fucking memory like an elephant, this motherfucker.
I hope so. I never met an elephant, so I hope that's a good thing.
It's an old saying.
Well, let's start this thing up. Beautiful people. Oh man, I'm gonna skip my normal routine of doing things because this right here, who I got with me, my man Gunsmoke, the motherfucking Don, is really the reason I'm doing this podcast thing. I'm not even fucking around.
Please.
Because if you really think about it, when we met, when we're gonna get into that half-ass security job, we used to sit in the booth hours on end and just chop it up and just talk.
Shoot the shit.
And just shoot the shit.
Watch videos and shit.
Gangland. And who knew? Who knew that we had a podcast on our hands the whole time? Go figure.
This is before podcasts, though, right? Before podcasts even existed?
You know what? They were around.
Yeah, but it wasn't big.
But I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I didn't know about it neither.
Which one of these things you want to pop?
I'm not drinking that Brew Cologne bullshit.
You may like it. Unbelievable.
I only fuck with Sean Dawn sippers.
Unbelievable. That's the problem with Queens niggas. They start telling you shit they don't like that they never had. Unbelievable. But yeah, man. Seriously, I really thought about it and I think back to it and I'm like, yo, we had a fucking podcast on our hand the whole time.
Yeah, we did, man. We used to talk about everything.
But literally every day. Like Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, like clockwork. And it's in the same time. Like, I forget. I think my shift started at 4, but you know me. I show up at 4:07.
Yeah. And, I used to come to work late in the morning, and the guy used to get mad at me. Like, yo, man, you got to stop coming here late, man. You got to go,
Carl.
man. Yeah, Carl. That motherfucker.
Me and Carl are Facebook friends, I think.
Yeah?
But I haven't been on Facebook in a while. But I think he's doing all right. Hopefully.
Don't shoot my eye out with that shit. Oh.
It's a celebration.
Yeah.
Hey, you pour your own troubles. You could be going through something.
You take this shit.
But, yeah, man, seriously. So I look back, and I'm like, damn, the whole time we had a podcast on our hand. If I knew then what I know now, we would have been doing this a little sooner. Be two assholes still in the basement. So, yeah, man, do you remember that old security job?
I'm trying to forget it, man. I mean, it's kind of a blur, but, I mean, there's some good times in there.
Yeah.
Fucking old Jewish people breaking my balls that lived there in that community, but they tip good though at the end of the year.
Oh,
the first year they did.
Those Christmas bonuses?
Yeah. When we were scheming on those Christmas bonuses
Yo,
too, like, yeah, we're
gonna. I was just this past Christmas.
Yeah.
Because now our employees, my wife has 11 employees, so they get Christmas bonuses from her clients. So I was just talking about that shit this past summer.
Scheming on those
I was
bonuses.
like, you know what's fucked up about this? I was like, we give them out or whatever, we leave them around for them. I'm like, when I did security with my man Gunsmoke, I'm like, we used to scheme on these shits. Like, nah, bro, he was under 20 hours a week.
Yeah,
he don't deserve
that.
this.
He don't deserve this shit.
You want some Chinese food or something with this shit?
Yeah. We was chilling, man. Oh, man. I made $2,000 that year.
Unbelievable. That shit used to, I swear, that used to be the most clutch end of the year bonus we were ever going to get.
Hell yeah.
Fucking shanker.
We wasn't getting shit from the other guy. What was that guy giving us? $50? That fucking boss? I can't remember his punk ass name.
I remember it, but I think he's Russian, and I don't want to have my podcast shut down. I don't want to have the server hacked.
Word.
Oh yeah, Mitch, man.
Oh, Mitch, yeah.
Igor.
Yeah,
man. But yeah, that shit was. That's when I actually got my Twitter. You were on Twitter then. That was when I got my Twitter following up.
I was saying dumb shit on Twitter. You trying to help me out too, getting me followers.
Word up. That was the beginning. That was the beginning of the time.
You couldn't even help me, man. Nobody could help me.
I would just sit there for hours. 8-hour shift. I didn't do shit. I'd sit there for hours on end and just tweet my ass off. Then you'd say some sick shit, and I'd be like, yo, bro, you got to tweet that. You'd be like, nah, man, I don't know. Like, I was like, nah, tweet it. We're going to see what happens.
Yeah. I've actually been deleting some of that shit from back in the day because I want to go back on Twitter and I look at this old shit that I haven't used it in years. So I look at all this old shit I used to say. I'm like, fuck, man. Like what the fuck was I saying? That shit's embarrassing. Like, yo,
when you get to like the Facebook reminder like 7 years ago today.
Oh God,
you said,
I hate that shit too.
Yeah, I look back on that shit and I was like, oof, I can't believe I put. But it was the early stages before we realized that there'd be moments as men that we look back like, what the fuck? Like at one time we actually, I'm like, hey, those are my feelings. It is what it is.
I mean, they're still my feelings, but
now you just keep it in.
Yeah, you know. I mean, I don't know, man. My mental health has deteriorated over the years. I'm even worse than before. I just try to keep it to myself.
I don't know. The way things are now.
Yeah, everybody's so touchy nowadays, you know.
Yeah. But I think it's coming back. I don't
think so, man.
It's coming back.
It's getting worse.
The idea, the art of not giving a fuck is coming back.
Well, look, I just want to say fuck the Me Too movement, all right?
Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh,
please.
damn.
Hashtag Me Too movement, fuck you, all right? I don't hear
Hashtag
that shit.
Fuck you.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of sexual harassment.
What's wrong with the Me Too? Oh, see, there you go.
I mean, they're basically suppressing male instinct, human male instinct.
You think so?
I mean,
because no, please.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because I know. Well, I want to separate our beliefs because I know you about to take shit real left if I know you like I think I know you. But I know what you're getting at.
Yeah.
With like the first chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Because with the Me, and not the whole Me Too movement. I mean, like where you see a girl across the street. And you're like, yo, ma, what's up? That shit used to work. Yeah. Let's not act like that didn't work. Uh-huh. We only do that shit because it works.
Yes.
Okay? So, now and I get it, like, that's catcalling. You don't want me to do that. All right. Okay.
That's how most fathers met people's mothers, you know what I'm saying?
And that's exactly what I was
Otherwise, they wouldn't be here right now.
That's what I was just going to say. Like, I'm not saying, I get it. You just shouldn't be like, well, fuck you then, bitch. Like, I get it. That shit shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But like, if I can't walk over to you as a woman and talk to you,
I mean, now
what do we do?
It's considered verbal sexual harassment. No, verbal sexual assault is what it is.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say harassment. They call that shit assault.
This is assault now.
But yeah, man, it's fucking weird. And I'm like, so if you see a woman in person. You gotta what, like ask for her Instagram so you can DM her, and then
you gotta sign a form first. Like, can I approach you and talk to you
there's an app.
In a manner?
There's an app for that shit.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
I forget what it's.
Damn, Nick Cannon came up with that shit.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I forgot what it was.
It's
called.
like a fucking
you gotta
consent
sign
form. Like a
before we have sex
swipe left if you
man.
Consented.
That's what it's coming to. That's sad, man.
Yeah, that's fucked
up. That's sad.
But
I mean, these bitches don't even have receipts. I mean, you're accusing a guy. You're destroying his family, his career, his livelihood.
Just off
of some shit that happened 20 years ago that you have no proof of.
And you know what else is crazy about that? In all seriousness, if someone really did something to you. And you like if a guy's a rapist, I can't defend that. Like, like Bill Cosby and all that other shit. You did that shit. Like,
where's the receipts though? I want receipts. I want to see proof.
Not Bill too.
No, Bill too, motherfucker, because he was America's sweetheart all through the 80s and 90s.
No, listen, see, I can't roll with that. Anyone else? I'm 40 women? Nah, bro, that ain't a coincidence.
You believe all 40 women did that shit?
I believe maybe 3. Believe 40?
Huh?
You said I believe maybe 3.
I believe maybe 3. 40? Now you just jumping on the bandwagon looking for a book deal or
really?
An interview?
See, I think the opposite way. I feel like, listen, 3 of them like really at the time jumped it off, right?
Yeah.
And then the other, there's like a middle in between that was on some Me Too shit. Like, hold on. Is there a class action suit going on? I want in. But then the others, I guess they were really like, they probably would have kept it to themselves for the rest of their life. But the other women came out, so they're like, you know what? Me too.
This is not right, man. We need, what do you call that shit?
Oh, shit.
I mean, innocent until proven guilty. What's that shit,
bro?
though?
I forget. I guess it's a bad sign that we don't know, but due process?
I'm just high as fuck right now. Due process, yeah.
There you go.
Fucking...
I was going to say, damn, this Moet works pretty fast.
Yeah, I know. Well, it does, actually, yeah. I drank that shit to the face on New Year's.
But, so I think it's crazy that if someone is like, hey, listen, I won't use myself because I don't want that kind of energy. But you say, like, Russell Simmons harassed me.
I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit about Russell. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm going to tell you some crazy shit.
He's jerking off the
yoga. All of them, I believe Russell.
You believe Russell?
Well, actually, I heard some stories.
I heard some stories about Russell.
This isn't yoga Russell.
I heard some gay shit about Russell.
I believe it. This isn't yoga Russell.
Yeah.
This is fucking coke parties in the late '80s Russell.
Oh, like no, that's a different Russell.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
he was
yeah.
And that's why, like, if it came out now, like, I'd be like, I don't know, I guess. But like that Russell, I'm like,
but you gotta let that shit go. It was the '80s, man.
See, that's the fine line. Like, I want to say like it's 25 years ago, but hey, listen, I didn't get raped in the '90s, so I can't say you should have said something then.
And can we say that there's different levels of rape? I mean,
no,
I don't think he was
one level of rape.
No, I don't know, man.
Wait, hold on. Before
we lose our sponsors.
before you take this shit left.
Yeah.
There's different levels to sexual assault. Yes. There's only one rape.
Okay.
Like because I know what you mean, but
I'm talking about violent shit. I mean, it's a form of violence, but I'm saying he did it like, oh, he got you drunk at the party, gave you a Quaalude, and now you're in his hotel room, having sex. It's not like you consciously did it. I don't know.
No.
I'm not saying he's like punching the bitch in the face, like, come here, manhandling the bitch.
No, either way,
it's wrong.
And you know what else is crazy about that? Before you lose our sponsors, that it used to be okay to get a chick drunk and then take her home. I won't say okay. I don't mean that. It used to be for real. It used to be normal, I guess, which is fucked up in its own right.
Social interaction.
But I, like you said before, like a lot of people got together that way. Like a lot of people are married. They met when they were pissed drunk.
Yeah, come on, man.
In a bar. You know what I'm saying?
Most of my girlfriends I had, man, that I ever had.
This is the 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't it's not like the party's over. And not like creepy frat boy drunk, like passed out on the couch. Not like that.
No,
like,
yeah.
If she's home, if she's at a bar, she's wasted. Like, yo, you coming home with me? No man has ever been like, nah, I think you had too much to drink.
Yeah,
you kidding me? Who's driving? Like,
human male sexual instinct comes into play after that. Kicks in.
That's what I'm saying. So, but as far as Bill with the pill, that's when it becomes like.
But come on, 40 fucking women. I mean, he would have had to been. I think it was more than that. He would have had to been doing that shit every day of his life, every year.
Bro, that's why you just said he was America's sweetheart. He was America's dad. He was the guy. Yeah. Like I looked at my dad like, you ain't even got nice sweaters, like because of Bill Cosby. So, I feel like that's when the 40 happened. Like, that's when it's like, he did one or two. Like, the first one, listen, I don't know. Things happen. He might have just wanted to spice up the moment. It was the 80s. I can't say how he's a pig for doing that. Times was different. Things was different. The world was different. If it was now, obviously, like, nigga, you're going to jail. But then it was like, hey, listen,
he's an old man, and you want to put him in jail for some shit he did 30 years ago. You should have came out with it back then, man. I mean, you get no props for coming out now.
That's why I can't even tell you their names, but I know I saw one of them on the paper when it first came out, and I was like, he probably didn't even have to drug her. I was like, that's weird. And you know what? There's that NFL player, Darren Sharper.
Okay.
He was like a serial Bill with the pill. Like he was, but he would, and the guy's rich. He was in the NFL. I'm sure.
Yeah.
He works out. He probably has like a good, I only see him on TV, but I'm sure in person, like he's like fucking 6'4", like probably a big dude that women would talk to anyway.
Yeah.
And he still was like, nah, I like to drug him first.
Yeah.
And, so it could be a thing. Like, I don't know. He could be a serial, whatever that shit is called. But yeah, man. So those shits with the Me Too movement, of course, absolutely. We want to separate the creeps. But as far as like the no, for real, because I used to say like, if you like, I joke around with my wife like, yeah, because I'm a creep. And she knows what I mean, like know. But now it's like, whoa, it's levels to this creep shit. Like I'm just, like I don't know, like you sniff a girl's panties or some shit. That's normal. Like I mean, not normal, but that's like our own. You see them in the morning, you're like, that was amazing. But that's way different from some other shit. So, but yeah, man, I don't know, man. Shit's fucked up.
I just think America's headed for a dark, dark place, man.
Think so?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't like this whole Me Too movement.
You know what's crazy about this? I was in a weird mood like the past 2 weeks, and then when you were like, yo, I forget, like I think you hit me like, yo, you're still on, and I was like, absolutely. I was like, this is gonna be good, and since then, I felt like that. I was gonna text my wife earlier, like, yo, it feels like fall outside. I was just in a good mood. I'm like, yo, I'm glad we get to sit down and do this because we like I said, we had a podcast on our hand, but we really get in depth about things, and you really bring a new light to me. It's the weirdest shit. Like when you're like, this level is to fucking rape. I'm like, nigga, no, it's not. Like, but then at the end of it all, like if we forget about what's on the surface, I know what you mean, and it like you're just a regular human being. I'm a regular man, like, you know what I mean? We're regular men. So I think the world is like, I know what you mean. Like the Me Too movement is like, yo, come on, come on. Listen, we're gonna go there.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, excuse me, miss, you dropped something. Like, I'm perfectly capable of picking it up myself. And you're like, all right, take it the fuck easy.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
That's what it is now. I mean, I'm fucking high and drunk right now, but I had no food in my system. But
word?
Yeah.
No, I'm
good. I'm good.
You good?
No, I'm good. I want to get drunk and high.
You throw up on the podcast.
No.
That's gonna be the clip.
That's gonna be a classic.
I'm sending that to Vlad.
No. Fuck Vlad too. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, pretty soon. I mean, women are gonna have to start proposing to men now.
Wow.
You know, they're gonna have to ask you out on a date. You know, that's how I approach it now. Like, you know, if you like me, you gotta tell me because I'm not coming up to you. You know?
Word. So you feel like you really can't even talk to women. You're like,
to be honest, no. I mean, a lot of guys are scared now. I mean, they don't know what the wrong thing to do is nowadays. I mean,
yeah, that shit is crazy. And I thought about that also. I said the same thing, but everything you say and you're serious.
Yeah.
I say it in a joking way because I don't, you know, it doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm off the market.
Yeah.
But I was really thinking, like, I'm like, yo, I wonder if women are gonna have to start proposing to men. And then you say it, I'm like, oh shit, you know, I guess I'm not that far out of touch because I'm like, how do you even, like, you know what, like, even on dates, like, you know, I probably wouldn't want to be like, oh, what you doing after this? Because you don't want to come off like, I don't know, I don't want to end up on the front of the fucking Newsday on some bullshit. But you know, I guess hopefully, I was saying all that to say, hopefully, the art of not giving a fuck is, because I think it's gonna balance us back out. I really feel like it. I feel like when you say it's levels to rape, like, but see, I guess it's different because I know you.
Yeah.
Like I know what you mean. Like other people would already been on Twitter, like you wouldn't believe what this.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying? It's like fucking take it. So I think the art of not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Is like, it's gonna balance everything out, and people are gonna let you explain before they just take what's on the surface and put a hashtag in front of it, and move the fuck on.
People are ruthless, especially on social media nowadays. Ruthless.
Yo, I remember, like we talked about the early days of Twitter. It used to be fun. When you used to just throw a jab at something, like to be sarcastic, it was fun. Now, man, they'll just fucking just pile on to pile it on. Like if people see a hashtag, they like, hey, I hate this podcast. Yeah. They'll fucking just jump on like, I hate the podcast too. Never even heard it. So that snowball effect, fucking they'll tell you and sever your motherfucking head off. That's what they'll do. Like,
you motherfucker.
Yo, man, every time I forgot this thing was recorded. See, I just be talking and just going, but I forgot this thing was recorded.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous right now. This is my first time, you know.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know. I'm a little drunk,
a
little
nervous.
high, and like, you know, I don't know.
Just go with it.
Just knowing that it's on, you know, that we're rolling, you know, motherfuckers.
Just go with it. What's the worst that could happen? They find out where you work and boycott in front of your job. It's all good.
My fucking job has a media clause where we can't be discussing nothing we do at work because we're ripping motherfuckers off every day, hand over fist.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Yeah, man. I just spent the past 6 years getting cursed out over the fucking phone. And now 2 days ago, they're like, oh, you don't have to answer the phones no more. You get to do emails now. Get cursed out on email. I'm like, really? All right, cool. Yeah, so I just do emails all day getting cursed out.
Really? That's funny shit. That's hilarious. I remember when you first told me, like, yo, people called me at work and they're not thrilled.
Yeah.
Like, it's a nightmare. Like, and for the listeners, I know we're jumping around, but we really started on the Moet a little early, and the weed. But we used to work together. So, what is this? 2012, I guess. Oh, 2011, you said, right?
Yeah, 2010 to 2011.
Right, so...
Good year. No,
how long did we work together, I guess?
I think a year.
A year, right?
I worked there 2 years.
Okay, so
2010 to 2011. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Well, I started at the beginning of 2010, so it was technically like a year and a half, whatever.
Yeah, right. So we'll just, even for conversation purposes, we'll say we worked together for a year. But we were together Monday, like I said, Monday through Friday from 4 to what, like 6?
6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
Like every day, literally every
3 hours of chopping.
3 hours every day. Yeah. So this guy knew more shit than my brother knew. So at that point, not really.
I didn't know all that.
Do you? I don't know anyone I talk to every single fucking day for 2.5. And now my wife. Other than that, who I don't
really.
Who the fuck else do you see that much? I've never seen a human being that much.
That's true, I guess. I mean,
but even like chicks you were with, you don't talk to them for 2 hours straight every single day. So for a little backstory, when that was for the little backstory. So when you left, I'm like, oh shit, man. Like I remember being like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? Like, that first Monday, like, shit, man. Like, and I text you like, how's it going over at your job? And you're like, I'm getting cursed the fuck out. Like,
it was a nightmare, man. 6 years, man. What a living hell.
Wow, that's crazy. It's been 6 years. So I know you can't talk about what you do.
Yeah.
Right. But with these particular people.
Yeah.
Trying to rip me off too, man. Like, I was like, hold on, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah?
I was like, I know what the fuck's going on here. I was like, don't have me call my friends.
I could have refunded you, man. You had to go through all that.
I was like, hold on, motherfuckers. Yeah. Hold on now. I know damn well I paid this. Like, what is this fee?
Yeah, man.
Yo, you know what's crazy? So you knew, I guess it's kind of like the net neutrality thing. Like, you guys kind of saw that. You guys kind of saw a window. And I know right now people are like, the fuck are they talking about? But I don't know nothing. Yeah. But you guys kind of saw a loophole in a window that you could.
Well, the guy got in early.
Well, man, I really, you know what's crazy? I really don't want you to go into it because I didn't think about it. Like, I didn't. Yeah. This isn't a Vlad moment where I tried to really pull some shit out of you. Like, I was like, oh, actually, I don't know about that clause. Don't go there. But so tread lightly, and I don't let anyone tread lightly. But you're my friend in real life.
I guess I don't have to say the company name.
No, don't. So the guy saw a loophole early. Mm-hmm. Like, hold on now, I can legally rob people.
Yeah,
that's cheap. See, as a business owner now, I think it's like I wouldn't do those shady tactics, but I would not lie to you and tell you like I'll be like, I didn't think of that. Like I'm like, not good for you, but like, all right, fam, like if they let you do it, like go ahead, because I'm sure there's shit that I do. And not in business, but there's shit that I do where I want to cut some corners. Yeah. Like, let's not act like we don't all do it. Some people roll stop signs, and they think it's okay when it's really not. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So if some motherfuckers pour a little extra spice in your Moet champagne, that's just what that's what he does. So you can't look at him any worse if you're ripping people off. I mean, I don't want to say ripping people off because
you're ripping people off, man. Yeah. I mean, if something costs you $1 and they're charging you $20 because...
No, that's business. See, that's why I say I get it, kind of. Like
I mean, that's business. Yeah, I mean, you signed the contract. I mean, they got good lawyers behind them, so even if they get sued, they win. You know, they never get shut down, you know? But whatever, man.
But
I'm just happy I'm not answering those goddamn calls anymore.
What was the worst call that someone ever called you with?
The worst call? Jesus. I mean,
this is hilarious because I would ask you this like non-podcast facts because I didn't even really realize.
I can't remember the worst. I mean, this has been some bad. I mean, every day is a bad one, but I remember years ago when I first started, this woman was cursing me out, and she's from the South, I guess. She's like, yeah, that's why I blame goddamn Obama for doing this. It's all Obama's fault, right? She's like, I got a friend in the FBI. We're gonna look into you people, blah blah blah, right? So she hangs up on me, and then I'm like, fuck, you know, like this bitch is starting to get the FBI on us, you know? All of a sudden, I hear a fucking helicopter flying right over the building. Like, I'm like, yo, they're coming through the windows. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Yo, that's some funny shit.
But damn, I'm sorry, man. I can't think of the worst call. I mean, I just.
You know what's crazy? I actually been fucking with customer service people. Yeah. Like when I get random calls. Yeah. I fuck with them so much.
It's a tough living, man. Don't do that.
No, you know, see, I have to though, because
I have empathy for them.
And that's why it's the other end of it, because I'm like, I see like a 1855 number, whatever the fuck it is, and I'm like, oh, good, I got 5 minutes today. Yeah. So I'm like, hello. And
my God. Jesus Christ. You just live the break balls.
Hi, am I speaking with Yeah. How you doing? What's going on? I'm like, you know what? I'm really busy. Can you give me your cell phone number and I'll call you right back? And like, no, I'm calling from fucking Everlast or wherever. Yeah, I know. Just give me your cell phone number and I'll call. Oh no, sir, we don't give out my stuff. And I'm like, why the fuck you calling me on my cell phone then? And I just freak out. But to me, it's hilarious. But to them, they're like, oh fuck. And then I'm like, no, I'm just messing around. Like, and then I'll hear them out and I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. I was just fucking around. But I heard this thing like,
oh my god.
You could maybe you could help me out with this. It's like if I don't say a bad word, if I don't say fuck, or if I don't curse, you can't hang up on me, right? Or some shit. Is that true?
No, you could curse. It's just that we'll tell you to stop, but you can't curse at the person. So you could be like, I can't believe this fucking shit. That's okay.
That's what I was going to
ask. If you be like, yo, fuck you cocksucker. You know, then it's like,
that's what I was going to ask you. Because I never say like, fuck you, you fucking asshole. No. I never would do that. But that's why, and that's why I wonder, because I'm like, damn, I say some filthy shit.
They got to give you one chance, though. They got to give you one chance. If you curse at them, like, sir, please, I can't take that language. You have to calm down.
Why, you got real customer service?
You know, whatever.
Sir, please.
No, I'm high and drunk right now. I don't put on that voice. Put on a real bitch voice, like I wouldn't hurt a fly. Like, yeah. I don't know. I can't even do the voice right now.
You are the original person that like, where I got calling like white boys buddy from. Like, hey, how's it going, bud? Or whatever the fuck you'd say. Was it buddy?
Oh, I think it was pal.
Or maybe.
And I think it is buddy.
I think it is buddy. It was buddy. Like, how's it going, buddy? And I looked like, the fuck? But
What's up, pal?
It was some funny shit that I really just, after a while, just picked it. I didn't even realize I was saying it. And then I was like, oh, shit. Buddy. I was like, yo, that shit is weird. Like,
buddy. Now it sounds weird to me now.
I mean, this was years ago, but I still say it sometimes now, and it just fucking comes out.
I'm trying to think what I say to guys now.
Nah, you had
what's up, pal?
And I wanted to, maybe we could get.
What's up, buddy? Yeah.
It was buddy, I'm telling you. I wanted to get into this also, that it's like when I bump into those guys, because I know you got a soft spot for motherfuckers that call you and harass you in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
But do you have a soft spot for bullshit security guards?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I wish I was still doing it, man.
I'm an asshole because I don't. I fuck with them more.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I don't respect them, but you know, I feel empathy. You know, I've done it.
I fuck with them more. And my wife, like, when we pull up to one, and my wife's like, oh boy, because she know, like, when they get out and they're like, could I take your plates down? I know how fucking it used to really like tear me apart when people would be like, what the fuck are you doing? I got somewhere to be. Because I'd be like, bro, you think I want to do this?
Yeah.
But now, like, I fuck with them for, like, at least 10 seconds. And then I'm like, no, I used to do this, man. I know how I feel. And then, and then you fuck with them. And then they wind up like, hey, they see you like, hey, buddy, how's it going? Like, you're like, yeah. But I really, like, when I see the guys that take their job too serious, like the mall cops or some shit.
Yeah, I don't like that
I'm
shit.
like, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, if we get crazy in here, you're gonna have to call the cops. Like, what you gonna do? But yeah, man. What the fuck else was I saying? That like when I'm not gonna say I didn't hate the job.
Yeah.
Like it, you know, I had to just move on with my life. But that shit was like, it was like the best worst job you could ever have.
Yeah. I have mixed emotions about it. I mean, you're trapped inside of a box for fucking 8 hours a day, but nobody breaks your balls. I saw my boss like twice a year, you know?
Barely, and that was because you called him. If
you didn't
call him, you'd never see that motherfucker. Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
But I forget, I had some other shit. You also told me about, put me on about John Gotti.
Yeah.
And I knew
Johnny boy.
I knew that. I don't know. I'm really high. I knew that. I knew that he was
Teflon Don.
Yeah, I knew he was a Teflon Don. You obviously know his story, but having a bullshit security job, the beauty of this job is you don't. You can do anything you want to do in the world. You have time for.
Yeah, definitely.
So you used to watch fucking documentaries.
I still do to this day. I jerk off to the same documentary. Jerking off all day.
Yeah, and it's funny because I know you're dead ass. Like, that's what makes it funny, because I used to be like after a while, like, we watched the documentary, John Gotti. Then like a fucking 2 weeks went by, like we watched it again. Like the third time, I'm like, bro, why do you keep watching this shit? Like, what is it?
Over and over, man.
Over. I'm like, this shit's not gonna
Yeah.
change until the point where you knew every fucking word.
Oh yeah.
And then at that point, it made it comical. Like,
Yeah.
At that point, you're like, me, John Gotti.
Yeah.
Will sever your motherfucking head off so much that
Cocksucker,
years later, I
Wow.
remember it.
I can't believe you remember that shit word for word. Wow. Man.
That's why it's funny because I'm like,
awesome,
yo,
man.
like you watched it. I personally watched that shit with you like 6 times,
Yeah.
so I know you've seen it 100 at this point.
Yeah, man. I put a lot of people onto that shit. They're quoting shit now too.
Yo, that's hilarious. I'm telling you, you definitely you changed the game. You're actually the reason I probably watch those weird documentaries on Netflix. And I won't say weird because I'm actually interested in them.
Like crime shit, right?
Yeah, shit that I'd never watched, like the
Yeah.
serial killer shit.
Yeah.
I promise, I swear to you, I would have never in a million years watched that shit on my own if you didn't like. Nah, bro, it's a fucking documentary. Like I remember being like, why do I want to watch a nigga named the Iceman? Like, and then when you watch it and you're like, this is crazy. Like the inside of the mind of a serial killer is crazy. And I gotta give you your credit. You were ahead, and I know it's gonna sound crazy. You were really ahead of the curve, like with that. Now it's like not trendy, but now it's not strange to watch Making of a Murder or whatever the fuck it is.
Okay, yeah.
Netflix pushes it to you.
Yeah.
You had fucking
I never thought about
VHS,
that.
bro. I'm telling you, I keep that in my mind. Like I'm like, yo, Chris was. I just try to really see things. Try to see life for really what it is.
Yeah.
And you can't let that go. I don't let shit like that go over my head. Like I'm really like, hold on now. Like I see some shit like recommended for you on Netflix. I'm like, you don't know me.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying?
I feel the same way. I go do shit all day on YouTube. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Recommended for me. I don't want to see this shit.
Yeah, word. So with that, I thought about it. I think like 2 years ago or some shit. I was watching a document and I thought about you. I'm like, yo, he was way ahead of his time, being like, you have a fucking. Did Blockbuster go out of business? I don't know. I never knew the story behind it, but you said mad.
Well, Blockbuster did go out of business. I did steal some DVDs.
Okay, you had
for them.
mad.
I used to work for them.
Really?
When they were going out of business. We were closing up the store. And I used to sneak some.
Yo, that makes a lot of sense. You had the biggest fucking collection of random DVDs and VHSs that I had ever seen in my life.
A lot of those I bought, but some of them was stolen.
The fact that but the crazy shit, either way, you watched them. It wasn't like you were just.
Oh no, I jerked off to those DVDs. Okay. Jerked off to many a John Gotti, Nicky Scarfo fucking documentary. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So you really had your time. Like now I see like Lockdown, Nat Geo, and all that shit. I'm like, I saw that shit years ago.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like when they like Netflix has old ass shit. And like, it comes up like 2009, and I'm like, oh wow, good show. So you opened up a new world to me for like the underground, like the mafia. I knew it was around, and obviously we watched The Sopranos and all that other shit. But then I really thought about it, like, wow, these are real human beings. Like these are real men that live on Long Island.
Yeah. My boy says that shit. He's like, yo, I can't believe people live this way, like around our area. Like they were just what a crazy lifestyle to live, yeah.
Like it really bugs me out. Like, wow, like you really are with the shits. Like you know, you think the idea of being gangster, well, not you, but like me, like you listen to rap music and you grow up and you think the idea of being gangster is a motherfucker on a street corner with a 38 and in a throwback jersey, just, you know, with the shits. And then I think about that, like, no, these guys they're supporting family, like they're affecting the economy.
Oh yeah, definitely. They did.
Like,
yeah,
that shit's gangster.
Yeah, man. I mean, the rappers are emulating the gangsters, the mob.
Yo, I heard this guy say, I forget who it was. I think like Premium Pete or some shit.
Premium Pete, who the fuck is that?
He's a podcaster.
Okay,
but he said, and he's an Italian dude, and that's why it stuck with me. He was like, yo, let me tell you something. He was like, the Italians want to be rappers who are black dudes, and the black dudes want to be Italians. And this fucking
true statement.
Yo, but the guy, it was a black dude. I forget who he was talking to, but the black dude was like, "That's bullshit. The Italians want to take our style, whatever." He was like, and that's what stuck with me. He was like, "Look at every Jay-Z cover." And I was like, "Oh shit." Mm-hmm. He has that mafia.
Yeah. In My Lifetime Volume 1, he's got the fedora. He's got
Like I'm like, don't get me wrong. I get it. It was it wasn't just. Like that's that Al Capone look. Yeah, that's where that shit came from.
Everybody wants to be the Don, you know.
Everybody wants, and I was like, wow. I was like, son of a bitch. Like he's actually right. So there is a correlation there between like the mob and.
Oh yeah, and hip hop culture, I'd say.
Oh yeah.
Well, gangster rap Gangster rap.
I
There's different
also
levels
say
to hip hop.
that poor people and rich people have a lot more in common than they realize. Because me being a person, I'm not saying I'm in the middle, but I'm like in the middle basically. Like you see, like we worked in Great Neck and right here in Long Island. Think about the really hood motherfuckers you know that like are really like just out there with their shit. Like, I'm not gonna say rude, but just out. You know, the hood motherfuckers just be out there, right?
Yeah.
Some fucking rich lady in Sands Point is really the same when she's making a fucking debacle in Dunkin' Donuts. While she's on the phone, she has a puppy in her hand. It's the same, really. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do me mentality.
Okay, all right.
So there's like a connection, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but from what I see in my day, I'm like, you guys actually probably would have a lot more in common because, like, if you, and that's why I always like the mobsters because they're kind of in the middle. They're that like they can't let their rich friends know like, yo, I really got it too if you want to know the truth.
Yeah.
But so they kind of got to play it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But they really feel above like the lower class where their parents and their grandparents came from. Because these old school Italian, and the mob's not just Italians, it's Irish, it's blacks.
I don't respect those mobs though. The Irish and the Russians and the Chinese. No, there's only one fucking mob, right?
Holy shit! You're not even Italian, are you?
I'm half Italian. Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay.
My mother's Italian, my father's Dominican.
Right. I remember. Yeah. See, you know what's crazy? I remember that. To me, I don't know. Like, it could just be my own fucking fucked up brain, but I just remember that you were Dominican and like a little bit. When you say Italian, a little. To me, it was like Dominican and a little bit white.
Yeah.
When you say Italian, like I think a certain culture, but you're like more like the hip hop style. So hip hop side. So
and I grew up. My grandfather is black. We're not blood related, but he raised me as his son. That's my father. You know.
Sure.
So
good dude,
the only family members I had were black. You know, my cousins, my aunts.
Okay.
So I guess that's why I'm into the hip hop. You know, I love hip hop. I listened to hip hop since I was 10 years old. Since '95. First song I ever heard was like I think Cypress Hill. Insane in the Membrane. I remember being like 8 years old watching that shit.
That's crazy.
And then Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise really set it off. Because we used to have a drug class in 5th grade. And they said, okay, if you behave, we'll let you listen to a song after. Like, yeah.
Gangsta's Paradise?
And they used to play Gangsta's Paradise. Like,
that's hilarious.
Teach you a lesson about, you know, the perils of
the crazy shit is, if you listen to his Gangsta's Paradise, if you hear just the name, you'd be like, oh boy. Mm-hmm. But if you listen to the lyrics, you're like, oh shit.
They're playing this for 10-year-old kids in 5th grade.
Right. Because they were good. Go figure. But so
yeah, I love hip hop.
So you don't respect the Irish?
I respect.
I mean, obviously,
I respect black gangs, and I respect like Mexican drug Latino drug cartels, and then I respect the fucking mob. Anybody calling themselves the mafia, like when they say Russian mafia, they ain't no fucking mafia. Those are Russians, all right?
Well, hold on,
this is the mafia.
This is not a time you want to fuck with the Russians, okay?
No,
that's another argument.
I don't respect the Russians, man. Don't come over here with that bullshit. You can have your sleazy shit over there in the fucking icebergs over there. You come over here, motherfucker. You better bow down and act right. You know, you better be a law-abiding citizen.
You're nuts. I'm gonna tell you that.
I'm sorry,
but
man.
I respect it because hey, listen,
I respect
shit makes
I know
sense.
they're crazy, but everybody's crazy. But I only respect Cosa Nostra, man. I mean, they were the top notch. They ran everything. They ran fucking garment district. They ran your sanitation. They ran the fucking clothes you wore. I mean,
crazy.
Anything you did, the mob was getting a cut.
What made you? I guess is that what made you gravitate towards them? Like
the mob?
Wow,
no,
these guys are they're in tune.
I didn't really think about the mob until like I turned like 16. I started hanging out at this pizzeria on Bell Boulevard, and there was this guy named Joey Balls, and he was an associate with the Lucchese's. And then I started hanging out with him. He was like older. He was like 10 years older than me at the time. He was like 25, 26. He was an associate. And he used to take me on runs with him, like count pills out and all this other shit. He was picking up money in Bay Terrace.
Wow.
Going to Foot Locker, pick up $2,000.
Well, I'm not going to end up in the back of a garbage
truck.
Well,
no. I mean, this guy ended up becoming a rat.
Oh, okay. All right. So then
yeah,
proceed.
He got caught. So
that's
I was
crazy.
like, yo, what's this shit about? I used to see his captain. His captain used to come in the pizzeria. When he came, I used to leave and stand outside.
Sure.
Because, show him respect. But you could tell the guy was a killer, You look at him, you're like, wow, this guy.
You just knew.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
This guy's a killer. But,
that's crazy.
Yeah, man. That's how I got turned on to the mob, thinking about it, and I started researching.
So did he tell you? Was he like?
Oh yeah, he told me. Sometimes he'd be like, "Yo, you gotta wait here in the car, kid." These guys see you, we're gonna be in big trouble. I mean, he went to a funeral home and picked up $5,000 for nothing. He's like, "You see this, kid? Look what I made in 5 minutes. $5,000."
That's crazy.
Yeah,
and I know that's actually how he sounded because you.
Yeah, Joey Balls. Yeah, Joey Balls.
Any motherfucker named Joey Balls, that's exactly how I imagine he sounds.
Yeah,
like.
he used to come in a pizzeria with fucking a suitcase from White Castle. He used to flop it on the table, and the guy used to be like, Mario, he used to be like, "Yo, what are you doing? Get this out of here. They got customers." Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, he's a sick fuck. Joey Balls.
So it was kind of like the Bronx Tale with you. Like you were like, "Oh shit, this is really."
Well, yeah, a little bit.
Going down out here. Yeah. No, that's how it happens. It's not, and that's what that's what really got me, what had me intrigued with it. With that, I'm like, these are regular guys that own fucking pizza shops or whatever the fuck they own, or they're the butcher, and they also will fuck you up if you don't have their money on time that they're getting 9% a week from you on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, wow, that's crazy. So your man that became a rat, like, how did you feel? You felt betrayed. For those. Oh, you know what? I forgot the fucking iPad was on. Also.
I forgot to.
Yo, me too.
Thanks. I'm even more nervous now.
No, don't be nervous. But when I said rat, you kind of like,
oh, it's only one way to say rat. C54 fucking rat.
However you guys imagine it, they're saying rat. That's what you did that Italian thing where you ball your fist up. Man. How did you feel when he crossed over to the other side?
I woke up one morning. My boy Giancarlo called me. He's like, "Yo, man, did you see the news today? You read the paper?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Go get the Daily News. Turn to page 26 and call me back." I go get the paper. Read it. It says, "RX men to the mafia busted," and it's him and the capo, Dominic, in the picture. And they just lay out the whole spiel. $12.6 million in 1 year. Oof. They had fucking Raymond Kelly, the chief of police at the time, taking a picture with all the drugs and guns. Like,
wow.
You know, like, oh man, I was like, wow, man.
How did you feel being like?
And they tapped him for a year, so I'm definitely on one of those wiretaps when he's like, "Hey, come outside, kid, come on."
Oh, that's crazy.
Know? So I'm definitely on one of those calls where they tap the phone, you know.
How did you? Were you nervous about that? Like, oh shit, that could have been.
I didn't think about that shit. I didn't do anything. I mean, I didn't do nothing with him too crazy except count pills and go on runs with him to pick up money.
Allegedly,
yeah. I mean, look, there's a statute of limitations. It's 2005 I'm talking about, you know?
So you don't even give a fuck at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't make no money off of no shit like that. I was 16. He didn't give me no money.
That's crazy. So, you never wanted to get into life? Because, I
did. I was hoping it was going to happen, you know, just hanging out with him, but he ended up becoming a rat, so there goes that.
Would you have become like a real
made guy?
Really a made man?
I would have had to lie about being half Italian.
But I know you. I feel like you would have lied about it to get in.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's guys that done that.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I mean, I would have.
You know what's crazy about this? I kind of like. That's what's weird about this podcast game. Because I legit didn't know that about you. I never knew that. And we just talked about how we talked every day.
Yeah, we never talked about that.
I never knew that.
I still got the article at home. I still have the article. Yeah.
That just blew my mind. Like, wow, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man.
Like, that's crazy.
I mean, I guess thank God I didn't get into it.
Because,
that's a hard lifestyle. You're in jail, death, you know? It's not a good life.
Do you think that there's a way that you could kind of have because I'm sure there's guys that live and die, and you never know. Like, their family doesn't even know. I'm saying that they were. They
don't know what happened to them.
No, they were in that life.
Yeah.
But they just never got arrested. They never got in trouble.
Yeah.
They just maintained.
Yeah.
They made what they made, being connected,
like
and as far as their family concerned, their dad was a butcher.
Yeah.
They never know.
Always they're bringing home the fucking bacon at night.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, I think about that, and I'm like, like, you know, it's around. Like, it's really. Yeah. I you know what's crazy? Also, I just saw a fucking documentary, the Dirty Money documentary on Netflix.
Okay.
And they were in the Trump episode. They were talking about how he was connected to a Russian in Long Island, and they flashed, and it was my neighborhood. I saw that shit. I was like, I said to my wife, I'm like,
wow,
this man on Haven Boulevard. I was like, rewind it. I was serious. I was like, rewind it. And she was like, how did you see that? It just flashed. She was like, how did you see that? I'm like, I see that strip of stores every single day. How would I not notice that?
Yeah.
And and the crazy shit is that just happened to me, and I thought about you also. Like, every time I think of some crime and mafia shit, like, you cross my mind. But I thought about you, and I'm like, yo, that shit really is amongst us. Like,
Yeah.
And you, like I said, I knew about John Gotti, but you showed me like, nah, he lives in fucking Bayshore, wherever the fuck he
Howard
lives.
Beach.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And you pulled up his house and showed, and I'm like, oh shit, like wow, like that. It's not scary as like, oh, that's scary, but it's like.
Well, this killer's
like,
around. This killer's
you never
around.
know. Like I can let people go at the stop signs now. Like
Yeah,
you never know, bro. Go ahead. It's on you. Like
I had to learn that too. Like yo, you don't know who you're talking to. Like you get road rage. Like yo, I'm down, bro.
You really never know. That's some shit. So speaking of rats, you know, so and I didn't realize that you were so connected with YouTube. So you know about this Troy Ave situation with Taxstone.
Of course, yeah, I know about that. I didn't watch the recent interview on Breakfast Club yet, though. But I mean, I like Troy Ave. I don't really fuck with him though, but I like him. I think he, he's kind of ratting right now, right? So
I don't know about kinda. I think
he's ratting.
That's
right?
ratting.
Because I respected him up until I heard some shit like that recently. I didn't see the interview yet.
Oh, okay. You got to watch the interview.
I heard some funny shit. So
you know, and that was the thing about the interview. Yeah. And I want you to see it. So, obviously you're a friend of the show. And even if the friend, we're going to talk about it no matter what, even if the microphone's not here. But I actually respected him too. Like, when people were hard on him, I'm like, no, bro, you weren't in a fucking shootout. Like, what you mean?
Like a G. And then he got shot too and still took it like a G.
On Christmas Day.
On Christmas fucking day, yeah.
And a red Maserati. Like, a lot was wrong with that day. And he was still like, fuck it, I'm going to make it. He went right to the studio. And I like that about him. Like, even though I thought he was a bozo, because he was putting himself in stupid situations. Yeah. I like that about him, that he was just, he was still out there doing his thing. Yeah. And then recently, I saw these, I don't want to call them, I saw his words. Like, it's not like, it's not like, not ratted.
I mean, they got evidence on Taxstone anyway. He's going down either way. But.
And I like Taxstone because he was my fellow.
I liked him, yeah. I mean,
he was my fellow podcaster.
Yeah, my bad.
No, it's all good.
But I used to fuck with Taxstone a little bit, But.
I was actually mad at Taxstone because I'm like, bro, you had a fucking.
Finally, she was popping off for you.
Taxstone went from a fucking Brooklyn drug dealer, is on the streets talking shit on Twitter, to making like $15,000 a week.
Yeah, just talking,
doing exactly what we're doing right now. Just talking.
Yeah.
Why would you fuck that up? And it's not like it just happened with timing. It was like the Aaron Hernandez deal. Like, he was well into his career when he decided to still continue to do fuck shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I respect his gangster though, Aaron Hernandez.
Yo, let me tell you also, I fuck with Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah,
like,
I kind of do.
If you go back, I don't know if I ever spoke about it on the podcast or whatever, but if you go check my Twitter, I respected him. And I had this girl I used to work with. She was like, he thought he was such a thug.
He was.
That was my exact response. I was like, thought?
What else does he have to do? He killed like 3 people, shot his friend in the fucking face.
That's verbatim what I said. I'm like, what did he think? Like, I'm like,
what's he thinking about?
That's the definition of a thug.
Yeah.
Like,
he ain't no pussy, I'll tell you that much.
Yo, that's the same shit. Fuck. So when I'm like, even though I think, like, same deal, even though I think he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I respect, like, yo, he's true to his cause. Yeah. And if I'm not a hypocrite. I cannot say that I respect a mobster who runs a butcher shop but does what he does on the weekends and not respect Aaron Hernandez. It's the same shit.
It is.
It's a little more reckless.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. It's the same shit. But so now with that being said, I'm going to pause the podcast for a moment.
Okay.
For the listeners, you never heard Too Legit to Quit. I'm going to play that shit while we roll up some marijuana smoke, and we'll be right back.
I heard that.
I said that Queens niggas, like, whatever the fuck I said, that you don't want to try shit or whatever. You may like the shit. Good?
Yeah. I'm just very particular about my champagne.
I was just going to say, you're such a fucking champagne bougie nigga. Like,
I don't fault him for talking about his life. That's his life. That's what happened to him. He has a right to talk about it,
But that's actually what I want to talk about. And I'll
Taxstone's going down anyway.
Right there. Middle finger from the stand. Yeah. See, the mirror is you.
Yeah.
When I heard that, I was just like, ouch. Yeah. But that's not his man's. Like, they didn't do crimes together. Yeah. It's still snitching. 110%. It's still snitching. But
it's against the code.
It's definitely against the code for a motherfucking gangster rapper.
Yeah.
Right? But that's not his man. Like, that's not his.
Yeah.
That wasn't. They weren't doing whatever they were doing together, and then they got caught, and then he flipped. I'm like, he said middle finger from the stand. It's either me or it's you. Meaning, you was going to jail anyway. Yeah. Right? So, I guess he wasn't going to jail, but he was like, yo, listen.
Well, no, he was going to jail, and then they were trying to send Troy Ave to jail, too, behind some bullshit.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, that's why I stopped myself, because I almost fucked it up.
You know?
Right, I almost fucked it up. Troy Ave was going to go to jail for the gun.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, I just realized that also podcast listeners may be like, what?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on right now?
Troy Ave and Taxstone had like a long-lasting Brooklyn beef, right? Because Taxstone said he was trash and a pussy and no one knows his music, and Troy Ave was like, fuck
That's
you.
what it was over?
Troy Ave was like,
I thought it was something to do with Mano, like Taxstone was riding for Mano.
That was like after, but the original was Troy Ave. Troy Ave was like, yo, I'm putting on for Brooklyn. I'm the New York City's voice and all that other shit, and Taxstone was like, no.
Yeah, okay.
Like, who, bro? So, when you say it on a podcast with 250,000 listeners, that shit gets trending on Twitter. And Troy Ave is a man. He's a human being, like we were talking about. He gets those mentions that people like, yo, Taxstone said 10,000 times because you said they're like you said they're relentless. Yeah. So obviously it got to him. He said what he said on music, and then it spiraled, and then the Mano shit happened. Yeah. But to make a long story long. Words became, trickled over into real life situations where, you guys can Google it. I'm not gonna stand on the stand and point anybody out, but you Google it. Troy Ave was on video. As far as I'm concerned, when I got the alert, Troy Ave was on video shooting in a club. Bow, bow. Sold my own 2 eyes, allegedly. I think.
But what was wrong about that was he grabbed the gun from the motherfucker.
That's why when he starts the song. Yeah. And for those who are listeners, because now if you don't know, I gotta break it down a little bit so you get a little backstory, just enough. Woo. So with that being said, that's why I say it's not me snitching. Like those are his words. I'm just going. So, but this happened like 2 years ago. But this song just came out, I don't know, last week. But what happened was allegedly or whatever the fuck happened. Taxstone had a gun in the club. He saw Troy Ave. Mm-hmm. They got into a scuffle. Yeah. Someone got shot. Troy Ave took the gun from him, apparently with his words. Yeah. And
fired back. On videotape.
Right, on videotape. Right, he fired back and that's where I say I saw the clip.
Like a Gito, he held that gun like a Gito, like I'm coming for you, motherfucker.
But
that was wrong.
But he fired back, and he was arrested for firing a gun inside of a club, obviously endangering the welfare and all that other bullshit, and having an illegal firearm. He was arrested for all that.
That's self-defense. Fuck you.
But that's where it gets tricky, because at the time, that's what he was saying. He was like, whoa, that's self-defense. And like, what do you mean self-defense? You were shooting. And that's where he's like, I didn't bring that gun into the club.
That wasn't mine.
That wasn't. I didn't start the night out with that gun. I didn't start the night out with that gun. Right? So and it sounds crazy to talk about, but what I like to do on this podcast is take stupid shit that happens in pop culture and make it relative to everyone's life. Like we talked about, these mob guys are real humans. Like, snitching is a real thing that really affects real people's lives. Even though it's a joke, not a joke, but even though it's fucking Troy Ave and it's rap Hollywood joke, we laugh about it. There's a man dead at the end of this all, and to be serious, like someone lost their life, right? So I really try to take it and really dissect it and I know your morals. You got good morals. You fucked up. You fucked up in the head, but you got good morals. Like,
I don't know, man.
So I like to really talk about this and just, do some gray area investigating with my friends. But, that's the backstory for the listeners, and for those of you who don't care to watch it, but you want to know, in the visual that we're watching on YouTube, Taxstone's slogan is "Be safe." Though the guy he has shooting at him, his T-shirt says "Unsafe." Though, so Troy Ave is doing a lot of shedding a lot of light.
Yeah.
I'll say, so that's
Put it lightly.
right. So that's where I say it becomes very tricky when it's like, bro, what's up with you? Like, I really liked his music and I liked what he was doing, and I liked that he got shot on. I didn't like that he got shot on Christmas, but I like when he got shot on Christmas. He came out of the hospital and he went right to the studio, and I was like, this motherfucker's resilient. Like,
if you don't die, you're a fucking G.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, listen, I don't want you to be shot. Obviously, I think you should stay home if you ask me. But the fact that you got shot and you came and made an album about it is like, I fuck with that. Like, how can you not fuck with that?
You gotta respect that.
You gotta respect that. So when it comes to, but then where it gets tricky is this. When this shit came out last week, I was like, bro, what are you doing? Because Troy Ave is still on trial for his crimes.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I didn't know that.
Right. So
I thought they dropped it.
Nah.
Okay.
So that's and that's why I guess I'm bringing everybody. I'm bringing you up to speed and the listeners also. Yeah. Because Troy Ave is still on. Like, Troy Ave is facing like 20 years.
Fuck.
So that's why he says middle finger from the stand. It's either me or it's you. Because he's like, yo, listen.
So he ran.
He was. But that's where I gotta ask. It is ratting. But that's where I gotta ask. Like, he didn't bring that gun into that club, right? Yeah. He got into some bullshit. He took the gun. Oh, that's another thing that where it got tricky is, Troy. They were saying Troy Ave killed his friend. The guy who died, Banger, Ronald McFadder, I believe his real name.
Bodyguard. It was
his bodyguard, right?
Yeah.
Who's like, he was just the big tough nigga in the crew. Like, who else you want to be with? So they say bodyguard, but that was really his man who was just really with the shits,
too,
right? So they were like, you killed your friend, and he's like, oh, I didn't kill my friend. I didn't bring that gun into the club. Remember, he was like, I didn't shoot first. Yeah. So he's like, when I was shooting, that was after the first initial. Yeah. So he was, I guess he was ratting on Taxone. Yeah. But that's where it's like, yo, if you're gonna do that, do you, fam? I can't tell you not to snitch. It's not my life. I'm not facing 20. I'm just an asshole in the basement talking about it on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? So you facing the real time. Yeah. So, but what makes it tricky is you can't still, like, and that's why I want to ask you is, like, does he still have a rap career? Because, like, I think we're pretty much on the same page with him. That we respect him. Well, we respected his music and his craft, but this shit is just, like, obviously, like, I can't tell him to do his time, but, like, we feel weird about it. But do you think his career is over after this?
I mean, what career did he really have to begin with, to be honest? I mean, did he even go gold? I mean, he's been a mixtape rapper. I don't even think he dropped an album, did he?
He did, but this is the thing. When you're independent on this level, where you get those Breakfast Club interviews and all this other shit, Hot 97 all the time, and you're independent.
I mean, you're getting some money, but...
Shit, I get paid off streaming, and nobody listens to me. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're on that level of what he does, and you sell 5,000 records. Yeah. It's like $100,000.
Okay.
If you do independent, if you do that once, if you sell 5,000 records once a year, if you, as far as rap is concerned and the money that's out there, is his career good? No. As far as a regular human being like me or you, a motherfucker who just talks shit on record and gets $100,000 a year, that's a good career. If you could stretch that out over, I've known Troy for like 6 or 7 years at this point. Yeah. I'm sure he's made over like $3 million.
Yeah. You think so? Well, I guess so. Yeah.
Definitely. Think about because he did have some radio hits. I don't want to Google his net worth, but I guess we have to. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying?
I heard maybe like 1 or 2 songs from him.
That's all you need. A one-hit wonder would be the best thing that happened to you.
I mean, it opens the door for you in the game to get in the industry and do other shit. And,
right, and I'm sure.
I mean, he's in the game.
I googled Troy Ave net worth and it didn't. Nothing showed up. So that's probably a bad sign.
Yeah, that's a really bad sign.
But we'll say. I see. Oh, that's hilarious. I see 1 million and I see 200,000.
You do? Yeah, I'd say 200,000.
Yeah, I see. Also,
I'd say he really has like maybe 90,000.
That's that's really what I was thinking. I'm sure he's made. Yeah. He's probably made $1 million. How much does he have? He probably has like 110,000, barely hanging on. Yeah. But
I mean, he's still living the lifestyle,
But that's why I say it's not even about them. If he's happy in doing him, I guess that's got to say a good career. Yeah. But is it over?
I wouldn't say it's over. I mean, who knows if it's over? Because he might do the 20 years. It could be over. I mean, either way, what he did was some G shit. You take some guy shoots you, you take a gun from him and shoot back. Like, yo, that's some raw shit, man. I don't give a fuck if you're talking about it or not. I mean,
no, that's why I say like he's a bozo and he made a fucking fool of himself.
Yeah.
But I kind of, before the music, like, I respected it, you know, and I thought, and to be perfectly clear, like I said, someone did lose their life.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought Taxstone was a fucking idiot. I'm like, you threw it all away for what?
Yeah.
Over words? You know, like, if Troy Ave was like, yo, I heard what you said on your podcast, I'm going to kill you. I'd be like, I'll take it down. It's not that serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm no pussy.
Or beat him
but that's what I was going to say. Look, if we're going to get into a fist fight, cool. We can fight every time I see you.
Keep it at that, you know?
If you're going to fucking crash into my car. Right, exactly. If you're going to crash into my car when you see me, cool. We can take it next level. Yeah. We're going to shoot at each other and someone's going to die?
Yeah.
Nah, bro, it's never, ever that serious. You know what I'm saying? So, because it comes down to it, it's words. It comes down to, I don't like your music. Like, what do you mean you don't like my music? Like, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So I actually think that if he gets away with this shit, and he goes to trial next month, if he gets
Who gets away with what? Taxstone?
Oh, pardon me. No, Taxstone's gonna be in jail. Taxstone's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
If Troy Ave gets away with, as far as court of public opinion, that if he, you know, because this is snitching on record.
Yeah.
Right. So. If he does this and he doesn't go to jail and still has like, if 5 years from now we're still talking about Troy Ave,
doubt it.
I don't think so either. But if he's around, I think this changes everything.
You think so?
Look at like how when you say rat, it's just like that feeling.
Yeah.
Nope. Rats used to go into hiding. They used to be used to fuck their voice up and have them in the shadow. The documentaries we watched, you saw how the rats look.
Yeah.
You don't, I mean, you saw that look, but you saw the situations they were in. They're like, yo, I'm in the middle of Arizona, turn backwards. You can't even use my voice. I'm putting a wig on and a beard. You know, if you could still have a person who ratted still on the record and making YouTube videos with a career and traveling and doing shows, that changes the dynamic.
Look, who knows in 5 years people are going to remember this shit, you know? Because he could
Probably
be free. In 5 years, who knows where he'll be in 5 years, you know? He could be on top of the game. I mean, I'm trying to think of some other motherfuckers who ever ratted and did some, you know, some shit with the police.
Look at like Nicky Barnes. He can't come out and make YouTube videos.
Yeah, but that's different. He was dealing, you know, this isn't no drug beef. This is some fucking industry beef.
Somebody died.
Yeah, over some industry shit, though. It wasn't even drugs or fucking gang shit.
Yeah. But see, I always look at it like, look, somebody's family is... And that's why I never really wanted to address it on the podcast because I think like I said, nobody fucking listens to me. But I out of respect for I think it would be weird, like if, you know, something happened to one of my family members and you hear some guy with an opinion about it, like free Taxstone, like fuck you, like, but you know, somebody died here, you know what I'm saying? So, but I really think about it like, the world is like, we're at a weird moment, like we're at a weird, like, you know, because we talked about the Me Too shit also, like,
it's a weird time,
but it's the same thing as like the Me Too moment, like not the same thing as the Me Too moment, but it's that same like volatile situation where it's just like changing, man. The world is really
bugged out. I do want to say free Suge though. I know somebody died in that instance too, but
you're crazy.
I want Suge to be on the streets. The streets need Suge, man. The streets need Suge. Suge is a necessary element.
Yo, Suge is fucking... Suge don't even want to be on the streets.
That was self-defense too, man.
Damn, that's how I know we didn't smoke too
much. Yeah, we didn't even smoke, motherfucker.
Yo, we didn't even smoke the weed.
God damn, you've been holding out, man.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, light that shit up, motherfucker.
Thank you. But, so why... Yo, Suge is a pivotal person...
In America. America needs Suge, all right?
Yo, you need people
free
like
Suge.
me.
Yeah, exactly.
No, seriously, he's a pivotal person in the culture.
And that was self-defense, man.
Nothing about running a man over with a Ford Raptor.
That was an accident, man. That was his friend. That was actually his friend. And if you watch the video, he sees the motherfucker coming, and the motherfucker runs right in front of the Jeep or the truck. Runs right in front of it to get run over. Like, what are you doing? Run the other way. Why are you running left? Go right. What the fuck are you doing?
You're not about to sit here and justify a motherfucking...
I'm just saying, man. That was an accident. I'm sure Suge didn't
free
mean to do
Suge.
shit.
Okay. You know what's crazy about that? It sounds fucking ridiculous and almost hypocritical, but I kind of like Suge. Like Taxstone situation is like, no, you brought a gun into a club.
Yeah.
Like
what the fuck is he doing with a gun in a club? He's going to the T.I. concert with a gun.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. So when I look at Suge, I'm like, look, you're in a car. Shit happened very fast. It's a different situation. You know what I'm saying? So when you say free Taxstone, I'll be like,
nah, he could.
You say free Suge, I'm like, I saw that video too. It just happened very fast. He fucked up. He did fuck up. But like a lot happened in that moment. You know what I'm saying? But
in that whole time period, I mean, he just got shot 6 times in a club at the Chris Brown VMA party in L.A.
How old is Suge?
Suge? Like, he's like 51, 50. He's born in 63, 65, 65.
The fact that he was still getting into bullshit. I was just like,
still banging.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what's up with you?
Yeah, man.
Like, you too old for that shit. You are the founder of Death Row. Like, you should have $500 million.
He threw it away for
pissed it all away.
And you know what? The one thing that's funny about Suge, anytime the VMAs, the MTV Video Music Awards coming around, something happens with him. So in 1996, 3 days after he went to the VMAs with Pac, him and Pac get shot in Vegas.
Right.
Fast forward to 2005, he's in Miami in a club with Kanye. Kanye was hosting a VMA party in Miami. He gets shot in the leg in Miami in the club. Then fast forward to 2014, he's at a party hosted by Chris Brown for the VMAs in the club, and he gets shot 6 times.
That's some shit. I never even realized all that. That's crazy.
He needs to stay away from the fucking VMAs. That's all.
It's not even the gangster shit that he's doing. Stay away from MTV, Suge.
Yeah. So then fast forward. So he gets shot in September, and then in what was it, January, I think, where the incident happened when he ran over the guy. And the guy's assaulted him. The guy's strapped, Bone Sloan, a known gang member from the Bloods in L.A.
Wait, hold. Who did he?
Bone Sloan. You know the motherfucker from Training Day? Like, I can't
Yo,
stand
that's who he killed?
No, he didn't kill him.
Oh, I was like, yo, I fuck with that dude.
That was the guy who punched him in the face, and he ran over. He ran over 2 people. The guy who punched him in the face was strapped. That was Sloan.
Right. Okay.
That was Bone.
I didn't realize that was... Wow, that's crazy. I just
Bone
watched
Sloan.
Training Day that's my favorite movie of all time.
Oh, yeah?
I just watched that shit 2 weeks ago on Netflix.
Shot me in the ass.
Yo, you motherfucker. Like, yo, that's crazy. Wow, I didn't realize. That dude's a real gangster.
He's
like,
a blood.
Real blood.
Yeah, he's an OG.
Who went legit.
Well, I don't say he was strapped. Assaulted Suge Knight in the middle of the street.
Not legit. Yo, I like that you're defending Suge. Like, I fuck with your loyalty, though.
I fuck with Suge, man. I fuck with Suge. MOB the real blood.
Yo, that's another one, man.
MOB the real fucking blood, baby.
But, yeah, so, like, Suge, his situation was like, look, you're in a car, motherfucker punch you in the face. Yeah. Like, you made...
The guy was strapped, though. The guy was strapped. Because you see another guy runs up to him while he's on the floor and takes his gun from his waist before the cops come. Sorry, my throat's all fucked up.
I didn't, no, it's all good. The listeners are going to at you, though.
Yeah.
But, I didn't give out any of your social media yet.
Go ahead.
We're going to wait till the end.
Yeah.
That's on you because, you said a lot.
Yeah. I mean, let's forget about the rape shit. There's only one rape, and rape is intolerable. All right?
Oh shit! He's sobered up now.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just fucking around, man. Listen, you are a good friend of the I Say That to Say This show. That's one thing. But you're my friend in real life. The people who know me in real life know I hang around with some assholes, and I don't hang around with bad people. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because I'm an asshole myself.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not a bad person. So, they just know it's all for the sake of the jokes. But seriously though, with Suge. I'm not saying, like, Suge, he kind of wore out his welcome with me. And it's crazy that you made that VMA connection, because you are good.
Yeah.
But, like, that's what, it would seem like it wasn't like award shows, but it was like every other week you in the news with some shit. Like, bro,
some shit.
I'm always, like, when I see that, I'm like, bro, stay home. Why you keep going places? What's up with you? You know?
He can't help himself. I mean, it's just sad what happened to Suge, man. A lot of his friends got murdered. He's got at least 10 friends that got murdered, this guy. And he's been almost murdered on numerous occasions. I mean,
so
it's just crazy.
I want to talk about that also.
Yeah.
And that shit is, well, before we get into the Pac shit, because I was going to talk about Pac. Why do you think that he can't get away from the life, like that street lifestyle?
Suge, I mean, he's from Compton. There's a certain lifestyle you live for a lot of people out there, and I feel like. He wouldn't be happy with himself if he lived another way, He loves Compton. He's done some good things from Compton. He's done a lot of bad things from Compton, but...
Yeah.
I mean...
I went to Grape Street when I was in California.
You did?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, shit. You got some
I went to Imperial Courts also.
I don't know about that.
That's the circle, the jungle.
Oh, you went to the jungle?
Went to the jungle. Shit. I was like, yo, fuck it. What
you doing on the block, rookie?
I mean, it was daylight. It wasn't, in fact, I told you not to come around here. Yeah, that's some funny shit. He just steps to the side.
Yeah.
My bad. Yo, you know what's crazy? Before we get into the serious shit.
Yeah.
Training Day always got me. I'm like, give him the fucking money, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but because I know you just defended Suge.
Yeah.
So I don't, and we never talked about it. But what did you feel about the end of the Training Day? That still fucks with me. I'm like, it was just he had the money.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, yo, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Changes like because you want to fuck around.
They give you a deadline. Yo, you killed somebody. You killed.
No,
Russian.
that part. That's why I was fucked up because that part I respected. The Russian was like, "Yo, bro, 12:01 is on."
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you.
yeah.
But that's why I was fucked up because I'm like, damn, he missed that shit by 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They yelled out, "Babushka!" And they fucking shot his ass.
My wife pointed out some weird shit also that I never noticed. I've seen Training Day a lot. It's my favorite movie.
Okay, all right.
Like I don't even want to. It'd probably be embarrassing how many times I saw it.
Yeah, I stole that.
That's one of the only DVDs I own. Training Day.
I mean,
Still, like I was like, yo, if anything else goes, I gotta have it.
That's Denzel at his greatest, man.
At his greatest.
Yeah.
Right. So, do you ever notice at the end of the trunk? I mean, the end of it when he gets shot and he riddles his car. Yeah, he's reached.
Yeah.
Does that mean he had the money? Like, was the money in the trunk?
Yeah, he was going for the trunk. He had the money.
Yo, my wife just pointed that shit out to me. I never even realized.
Yeah.
Yo, by that part, I'm always like looking down and looking away, like, damn, it's fucked
That's
up,
a desperate
man.
attempt, you know.
Yo, I didn't even. She was like, damn, he had the money on him, and I was like, wait, what?
See, with the key in his head.
Yeah, I never even realized he had
and
the
then
key.
he gives up and just looks at them like, all right, fuck it.
It made it more fucked up.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, son. I'm like, I was like, he had the money. Like, 10 minutes. 10 minutes change it all. Give him the fucking money, Jake. He needs the bag. Like,
give me that money, Jake.
But, but I don't know. I had to just, because I talked about that shit also. Like, the Training Day was my favorite movie on the podcast. So, I just, like it was 2 weeks ago. I just learned some other shit about Training Day. I was like, this is fucked up. But, so back to what we were talking about with Suge. Do you feel like, because you said Suge, he almost got murdered with Pac in Vegas again.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that could have been avoided? I feel like it kind of had to happen. Like I feel like all Pac stood for, right? When he put his himself,
sir.
I know. See, that's why I know you're a good person to talk to because Pac is your guy. Like I'm really surprised you don't have Thug Life across your stomach. You might even have it, but I just
actually. Thug Life is dead. See,
really?
Back in the days, we used to live that Thug Life, baby. But now that we older, fat, broke, and bald and pasty, it's all about living that shit life, baby. We living the shit life. Okay. And I always said I was gonna get shit life tattooed on my stomach if I lost weight.
Yo, that's fucking hilarious. So now, so you transitioned from Thug Life to shit life.
It's the shit life now. I don't hang out no more. I got no friends. I got no pussy. I haven't been laid in 5 years. Fat, bald, pasty, broke bastard, you know? I mean, I got a kid out of wedlock in a different state. It's a shit life.
Yo,
I'm in my grandparents' house.
Shit just got real very fast.
Yeah, I got a dead-end job. It's a shit life, let me tell you. So ain't no more Thug Life. Back in the days, it was Thug Life, let me tell you. Now it's all about that shit life.
Yo, you see, kids, that's where that Thug Life gets you, to the shit life. No, you don't have a shit life. Like, he made it...
Could be worse.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, I don't give a fuck what... You're still a good person. And that's like, obviously, you're... I feel like you're dead ass because you've been saying that to me for years. Yeah. But like, it's just what it is. Like you're not. We're regular people, bro.
Yeah.
Like shit life compared to who? Compared to anyone else. Like you got a pretty good life. We're on a podcast.
This is as good as it's gonna get. All right. This is as good as it's gonna get.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's a shit life. You know. Because once my grandparents go and I'm living on welfare in Brooklyn in the Bronx. It's a shit life, all right? That's where I'm headed.
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I was born out of my mother's ass. I got problems.
Oh, man.
I got problems.
But I feel like Pac was, like, if anyone was going to do it and going to change the course of history, it was going to be him. I mean, obviously Big also. But I feel like, that's why I say it was meant to happen to give us, like, something. I mean, the message has been long lost at this point. But during that, like from like when did Pac die? 96?
Of course, motherfucker.
Sorry,
How dare you?
I'm sure you like candles.
September 7, 1996. Man. Well, he got shot on September 7th. He died on Friday the 13th, 1996.
That's fucked up.
September.
But 13th. Like I feel like during that time from like 96, even that's what made Big's passing so.
Well, that's the whole reason why Big got murdered.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I made it. That's why I made it like real. Like it made it like, oh, this shit is in the game, right?
Same way, yeah.
Same way. So between like 1996 when Pac died, then 97 with Big to like 2000, 2001, like that whole stretch, it changed everything. Like it changed it. Like, oh, okay, maybe this is out of control. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And if anyone was gonna do that, I felt like it had to be Pac.
Yeah. I always thought, like, what would Pac sound like in 2003? Can you imagine Tupac in 2001, 2003? With the way music was back then, the beats that they had, like, this shit would have been crazy.
Could you imagine him now?
He wouldn't be. I don't think he'd be doing music now. I think he'd be more like an actor.
Wow.
He'd be
you know
a big
what?
actor, you know?
That's why I fuck with you. That's why I fuck with you. Because you're a stan. You're a Pac stan.
Yeah.
But you're realistic.
Yeah.
Because I feel the same way. Like, I'm not a Pac stan.
Maybe an album here or there, like Jay-Z or whatever, you know?
I feel the same. I feel like he would have transitioned. I'm not saying he would have been a politician or some shit. But I really feel like he would have been like Will Smith. Like, I feel like he would have been...
He would have been better. He would have been better.
Right. And it's unfair to Pac's legacy to even compare him to Will Smith. But I feel like, like Will Smith times Pac. Like Will Smith times Pac. You know what I'm saying?
People knows about Pac, but he read for Independence Day to play that role that Will Smith got.
Really?
Yeah. He read for that.
What else? Because you may know a lot of shit. Like, I heard he was supposed to be on, like, the Best of Both Worlds albums. Like, his transition into the 2000s was going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He was already prepared for... When did... Like, he was prepared for, like, 2001. Like, when I hear shit... Like, when did Independence Day come out?
96.
96.
That's why he read for it, but he got murdered. He didn't get
right. That's what I was going to say. Like, during that time...
Yeah.
I know Will Smith was in it.
Yeah.
But... Think about what that did for his career. Like, that's why he was so fucking ahead that it bugged me out. And this guy was 22?
25.
25. But I mean, he came on the scene like 22, but like being that young, I'm 30 and I'm 29, but I'll be 30 this year. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with my life. This guy had his whole shit like really sewn in from very young. Man.
He went through a lot just for that short. He was only in the game for like 5 years.
Yeah.
From 91, so like 20 to 25. He did 6 movies. He did 6 albums. I mean, he was gonna open up a restaurant with Alanis Morissette and Suge.
I don't know who the fuck that is, but that sounds very important.
You remember Alanis Morissette?
No.
It's like rain on a wedding day. It's a free ride. You remember that bitch?
No.
The hippie little bitch. Whatever.
That's hilarious. Nah, I never heard that in my life. You're a little older than me, just for the record.
Oh yeah. Got a good 6 years on you.
Really?
I don't know. 85. 85.
I was born in 88. No,
I was like,
God damn. I was like, I didn't know.
No, my bad.
Shit, nigga, where's your AARP card? No.
88.
Yeah.
Shit.
Nah, you're not. See, that's what you make it sound like.
I'm 32.
Like, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you didn't just say that, you would have made the listeners think you was 45, like 47-year-old guy.
A little drunk.
Yeah, me too, because I forgot what we were just talking about.
Pac. And
Pac, right.
What would happen to
how far. But that's why I like that you're realistic, because I really feel the same way. Like, Pac would have been an actor. Like he would have
been. Well, he's gonna run his own label, Machiavelli Records, before he died. He would have had his own artist, probably running the label.
Found Kendrick, and the world would have still been the same, but it would have just been greater.
Yeah, well,
if that makes sense.
He would have done more for his people in the community. I mean, Pac was, he was gonna get into politics. He said by the year 2000, we're gonna be sitting across from all the candidates for president.
Maybe the government knew that Pac was gonna.
Well, that's a theory.
Be Trump for black people.
Yeah,
in a good way.
I don't think they thought about none of that shit back then, but.
Maybe they knew like, yo, this has potential.
He was a threat. His family was a threat. And
I don't mean Trump. Like, see, when you say Trump, it fucks everything up. Yeah. But I mean like what Trump is for Middle America, even though he's not really for them. Like, well, I guess what like Obama was. I guess I won't use Trump. I'll say Obama. Like,
okay.
I didn't know shit about Barack Obama, but he was black, and I was like, all right, I'm rolling.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it, the world needs to.
Presidential.
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
president, man.
Nah, but I was 20 years old then. When in 2008, I didn't care about politics. I didn't know shit about politics. As far as I knew, it was just a black man running. I'm like, yo, I'm with it. I'm behind that 100%. So if it was, think about if it was Pac.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Come on, bro. I would have now bumper stickers on my cars.
I don't know, man. He wouldn't have got no votes though. Not enough to win because he got thug life. See,
that's why I say Trump. That's why I used Trump originally. Yeah. And that because I felt this. Like,
you never know because Trump won. So fuck.
That's why I said it in the beginning. Yeah. That's why I said that initially because I'm like. Yeah. Bro, if Pac would have got behind it, you never know, bro. You really never know.
That would have been a crazy country if Pac would have fucking... Damn, man.
Nah, he might have... This is why we think it would have been crazy. Might have worked.
Yeah, I mean, he would have definitely helped the poor.
But that's why it would have worked.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to even cook up a conspiracy for the sake of the podcast. I'm being dead ass. Like, I feel like he really would have done the right thing.
Yeah, no, that's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he definitely would have done the right thing.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was like, I don't know, man. This guy was 25.
Yeah.
And he came on the scene. The shit that I hear when he was 19 years old and he was saying, I was like, yo, this guy's. I'm 25 at the time seeing it. And he was 19. Yeah. Like 15, whatever the math is. I can't do it right now because we've been drinking, but like 15 years removed, and I'm like, yo, I look at that like, yo, wow. Yeah. Like, I'll look at it at 25, like, damn, when I was 19, I wasn't even.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
And at 19, I didn't even watch the shit. Like, that's the whole point. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, he may, you never know.
Well, that's how he was raised. His mother raised him that way. Like, when he would get in trouble and she would punish him, she would make him read a New York Times newspaper from front cover to back cover.
Is that why you read the paper?
No, I always read the paper because I'm an asshole. I'm an old fart.
I was going to say, you were the only human beings.
Okay, I got an iPhone now, so I'm not gonna read the paper. No
Yo, you were the only. I had an iPhone at the time.
Yeah.
You were the only. I had an iPhone and you were reading the paper, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Well, the shitty ass Android, you remember?
Yo, I was like,
that shit got hacked. You remember that shit got hacked, and the Pakistanis were calling me.
Yo,
and I turned the phone off, and they still were texting me like.
Yo, let me tell you some crazy shit. Even though you got all sentimental when I brought it up, I just realized that that's the reason that I fuck with
iPhone.
Telemarketers when they call.
Oh, okay.
Yo, you used to fuck with those dudes.
I used to curse them out. They were
so
trying to rob
bad.
Me. Yeah.
Yo, I've been sitting in the booth. It was just hilarious because they were scammers and it was different. Yeah. You used to be fucking like just filthy with those fucking dudes. I forgot about that. Wow.
Racist and filthy.
Yo, yo, that's the reason I fuck with them today. I literally just connected the dots. Anyway, what were we talking about again? Pac?
Yeah, what Pac could have been.
Bottom line, we were saying all that to say, God damn it.
Like, why'd you have to kill him, man?
Yeah, word. Like,
you have to kill him, man.
There's a new documentary or some shit coming out.
There's a lot of documentaries coming out about Pac right now. This past year, I guess, they just had the Fox special, the A&E special. Now they're about to have a BET special on Tuesday, Death Row Chronicles.
How, like, it's so weird that that's still a thing. Like, it's so weird that you could still do it.
Well,
like
I mean, after 20 years, I guess everybody looks back and is like, wow, that was historic, you know, and they start talking about it.
Right. You know what I was just thinking about also? Like, as soon as I said it, I realized, me and you know. So to us, it's like, another one?
Yeah.
To some 19-year-old kid, they're like, really?
Yeah.
I gotta watch that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're right.
You gotta do it for the new generation so they can know about history, you know?
Yeah, see, I bitch about the new kids not knowing shit, and then I go ahead and overlook the society's efforts to fill them in.
It's like the History Channel playing Hitler all the time, 24/7. It's like, that shit happened 70 years ago.
I think that's a fucking conspiracy. You know that?
Yeah, you think so? That's like his channel. That's the Hitler channel.
His
History Channel's Hitler channel.
Yo, that's real shit. No,
H is for Hitler.
Real shit. And you're absolutely right. I swear to God, I'm glad you said that because that's why I feel like it's a conspiracy.
I mean, how many fucking documentaries are you gonna do on Hitler? You know? What the fuck?
Yo, real shit. I look at that and I'm like, I say like, yo, they're only doing this because this brings the Nazi guy. The motherfuckers was holding tiki torches this summer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I think they're catering to that audience. Yeah. I think it's like Love and Hip Hop, or whatever the fuck we like, or ESPN, or whatever the fuck you like, whatever you go to TV for, to the tiki torch motherfuckers. These Hitler documentaries is that. It has to be, bro. Every fucking time I pass the History Channel, finding Hitler, some Holocaust, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You know, I'm not gonna.
I gotta find that cover.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that tiki torch shit was pretty clever. Yeah, I was like, yo, these motherfuckers went to Walmart and bought all the tiki torches in Walmart and walking around like they did Nazis from 1934. I was like, yo, that's pretty clever. I never thought about that. I was like, that's a pretty good idea.
Yo, you know what? That's hilarious because that's why I fuck with you because I never thought it was funny until you just said it that like, yo, when you really look at it that way for the sake of the joke, like. These motherfuckers went to war. They did the most convenient shit you could do. Like, what am I gonna wrap a T-shirt around a baseball bat?
Candle,
like,
you know?
No, I'm going to fucking Walmart.
Get a backyard fucking torch,
like a white man with a bowl cut wood. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. Fuck it.
Pretty clever, yo.
Yeah, that's innovative. Oh man, that's some funny shit. The Hitler Channel. That's got to be the cover. But.
Oh shit!
Oh man! Yo, the fucking where's this shit? Oh, I see some ill shit on the what What channel did Growing Up Gotti come on?
That was A&E. Channel 16 back in the day.
Okay. Yo, I don't even remember those old. Remember when you used to have, when America was great, you used to have.
Yeah.
since we took it there.
Yeah.
No, seriously though. But when you had like 40 channels.
Yeah.
Like now, when you said channel 16, I was like, oh wow. Like now it should be like channel 962, and you only watch 4 of them anyway.
Yeah.
And I go check the History Channel for shit that I know I'm not gonna like, but I go look anyway because it's what you're used to.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Growing Up Gotti, that was the beginning of reality TV to me. Like that was.
I wouldn't say that. Well, for you maybe, but I'd say The Real World on MTV was like the first. It really was the first reality show. It was the first one I got hooked on.
You're right.
From like 96 to like 99, and then they went to fucking New Orleans. I was like, yo, fuck this cast.
Yo, my sister used to watch The Real. My sister's, she's gonna kill me, but she's 30. Oh shit. She'll be 40 this year.
Oh fuck!
I just realized I'm getting old. Like
a big 4-0, huh?
80? No. Oh, sorry. She'll be 38. She'll be 38.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Now she's really
gonna kill me. Right. Because I did fuck up the math in my head. Like, wait, what year was she born again? She'll be 38 this year.
Yeah.
So our gap, like to her, The Real World was some shit.
Yeah. I mean,
but at the time, I didn't understand. Like, I really didn't.
It was a good show for a while.
I didn't get. By the time I called in, it became like corny. It became
it was corny. After
the real the couples challenges and all that other shit.
I
Like
didn't
that's
fuck with that. I didn't fuck with that.
I was so late to the wave, but I remember she used to watch that, but I didn't get it. I'm like, all right, this motherfucker's in the house. Like I don't. What's the connection? But that was. But Growing Up Gotti and shit, like.
Growing Up Gotti.
But that was the same time, like the.
Well, that was like 04, 05, when I still had hair.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I bring this shit up also.
Yeah.
I forget what I was gonna say some shit about reality TV, but fuck that. I bring it up also when I used to have really nice waves when you.
Oh yeah, you was
young.
a wavy motherfucker.
I was wavy motherfucker.
What happened, man?
Genetics.
Stressing out? No, you had a kid. That's what happened.
yo, you know what? I hate to give her all the blame, but you may be onto something. You know what I'm saying? I joke about it, but goddamn it, you may be right. But seriously though,
it's a good look though.
No, fuck that.
No,
the second I get my podcast check, I'm going to fucking get my shit put back, bro.
Oh yeah,
you can do that. Would you do that?
Oh, I want to do that. Yo, I grow hair in the wrong places. I'm not supposed to grow it, man. I grow hair on my dick, on my nose, right here. I grow hair on my upper arm. I gotta shave the shit when I fuck with a bitch.
That's the Dominican side of it.
Yeah, I grow hair on my back.
Yo, that's some funny
not
shit,
good, man.
Yo, I'm telling you, the first chance I get, I'm going to have my shit put back.
Yeah. Like, why not? Fuck it. Why not, yo?
Yo, that's hilarious. When we still had hair.
Shit.
The good old day. We gotta think of a slogan, man.
I used to have a big blowout and shit. I used to call it the bird's nest.
Yo, that's crazy. You ever look back at your old shit like...
It hurts, man. Yeah. I look back, but yeah.
You know, that shit... I always say I want to get back in the gym, but I'd be lying. I'm done.
You really? You?
I don't work out, bro.
No?
No.
What? That was you, man. Drinking and working out. And
facts. Now I just drink.
Staying fly. Yeah. I mean, you still in shape, though. I just let myself go, man.
Nah, you know what? You think it's a part of? In all seriousness, I do have it in me, but that's what I don't. Yo, right behind you on that fucking punching bag says procrastination because I know that's what it is. Like I really have the willingness to do it.
Oh, that's why you wrote that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't even punch that motherfucker, but
I did before. I fucking fucked up my hand.
But I know I have it in me, but that's why I don't do it.
Yeah.
And I can admit that I am a procrastinator. Like I'm not saying I'm too busy, but I really have a lot to do in a day that I'm like, the last thing I want to do is go to this fucking gym and be tired. Like, it's one thing or the other. But what do you think it is? Like,
never thought I heard you say that.
I didn't think I would ever say it, but I'm like, look, man, it's just gonna happen. I know, and the good good reason I'm saying this is probably, I never really said it.
Yeah.
Even working, at the time, I hated working out.
Really?
Of course. Yeah. Listen, if somebody tells you they like working out, they're a bodybuilder at that point.
Yeah.
Because I liked being in shape and I liked the feel of it.
Yeah.
I didn't like working out.
Yeah.
But it was just at that time where I was willing to focus my energy was, all right, I really like the way I feel after.
Yeah.
Now I'm happy with my life. Yeah. I don't really care about being buff.
Yeah.
I want to be.
Older now. Yeah.
I want to. Don't get me wrong, but now I'm like, well, When am I going in the gym? Like,
well, you're in shape, man. From what I see, I mean, no homo, but
I mean, but that's why, that's why I don't go, because I'm like, all right, I don't really like.
yeah,
I don't look like.
You don't have to. I mean, you're eating right? You eating good?
Nah, that's why it's fucked up, because I kind of, and I guess it's just like. It's like I got a good metabolism. Like, I'm blessed,
okay.
bro. I swear to God, like, it's fucked up.
I eat shit, man. I can barely piss anymore, barely shit anymore, yo. I'm eating garbage, yo. Oh. Sometimes I almost die in my sleep.
Yo, you're crazy.
Food sits right here in my chest, and then I wake up, I'm gasping for air, like, it's like, yo, man, it's not good, man.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
yo, man.
I gotta work out. Fuck.
Do you want to? Like, do you have
No.
the desire? Yeah, so that's why I say,
I want to
like,
eat all the garbage I want to eat, but it's killing
listen,
me, you know?
Get a dog and just walk your dog. Walk the shit out of your dog.
Yeah, I always wanted a dog, but I said I'd never walk it, so I got a cat.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Don't get a
Cat
fat
shits
dog.
himself, you know? Goes in the bathroom.
Just talked about that with my wife. Like, we got dogs, obviously. As
You got a fucking dog the size of a horse out there.
That's my... I almost named...
Dog is bigger than you.
That's
you
how
almost named
I
the
like
dog
him.
Gunsmoke?
I'm just saying, like, I almost named... Ghost, actually. Like,
Ghost.
It started, like, I was thinking Smoke.
Yeah.
It was weird. That's why
Yeah.
I was... Like, when you said it, I'm like, no, actually, it's not far off.
Yeah.
But I was thinking... And I'm like, nah, Smoke doesn't fit. And I'm like, Goat, nah, that doesn't fit.
Smokey.
It was something about him that I was like, yo, you're just like a... It's like a presence.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
A fucking presence, all right.
But that's the point of it. Ain't no point. If you break in my house,
Yeah.
and you see my dog
Oh
and you're
my
not
God.
scared of that shit, I'm saying, if you see a dog you're not scared of, that defeats the
I'm
purpose.
definitely leaving some evidence behind. I'm leaving some fecal matter.
Yo, I know myself. If I climbed in the window I saw that shit,
yeah.
I'd climb the fuck back
Hell
out.
yeah,
Like, you
man.
know what? This is the wrong crib. And that to me,
So that's your security. That's your guy right
to me,
there.
I'm like, yo, listen,
Yeah.
I can't carry a gun. You know, I don't want the police to kill me. So
Yeah.
it's the next best thing.
Well, they will kill you.
That's what I'm saying. It's the next best thing. You gotta have a big dog.
Yeah.
That's some funny. I don't know how we got there from working out, but
I don't even know how we got to working out.
that's another reason why I don't need
But
to
you
work
say
out.
that to say this, motherfucker.
That's a fact. It's another reason why I don't need to work out though, because I got a big ass dog in the house. If you get past him, I can't do shit anyway. So what the fuck? Like, oh man. But yeah, man. What the fuck? What is that? I just had the last person I had on my podcast was from she had like a small part in The Sopranos.
I didn't listen to it, but I saw the writing about it. You know, like you click on whatever.
Oh yeah, got you.
I read about it. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. She wasn't getting paid, huh?
No,
people fuck her out of her money.
You know what's crazy? It was a total opposite as far as acting.
Yeah.
But Microsoft, I believe, used their song and didn't pay them.
So they got paid in the end, right?
Yeah, they got paid.
But what did she do for The Sopranos? Because I used to jerk off to The Sopranos. So I don't know.
You probably still do.
Oh yeah. Well, my Spectrum on demand be fucking with me.
I forget. I think she played she worked in the diner. She was one of the. It was like the whatever diner shot they always showed. She was in that like that. I don't think she worked in the restaurant, but she was like a waitress in the diner.
Okay.
Well, what? I forget. She told me, but
I forgot what they call that restaurant. Vesuvio's, some shit.
Yeah, not with the bald guy. Fuck.
Oh no, not with the bald guy.
No, that's what I said. Not the restaurant. It was the place they always sat outside.
Satriali's pork store, the fucking deli.
There you go. Yeah, right. There you go. Right.
She's probably in the early seasons.
But she just had that certain fucking. I think she like in Chappelle's show also. But
yeah.
I only bring it up because I only said Sopranos because your mafia tie.
Yeah.
But
that's a stereotype. I used to jerk off to Chappelle too.
Yo, you're a sicko. You really are. You're a sicko.
Well, that's how I say it. If I say I watched the show and I liked it, I say
I
jerk off.
But
that's how I just.
Oh, right. For the listeners, don't think. Yeah, I'm glad you clarified that.
Yeah, I had to. I mean, some people don't understand.
Like,
you know?
you jerked off to Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
Like, they're probably like, why isn't Bo saying anything? Like,
don't mind me.
Yeah. As you know, as you've heard, I don't know how far we into this fucking thing. I forget this thing's running sometimes. As you heard, this guy's a sicko. Yeah. So that's what he means when he says.
I was just born out of my mother's ass. You know, couldn't have been through any other way.
Yo, how many? You ever think about doing stand-up comedy?
People have asked me that, yeah, and I've thought about it. I just never had the goal to do it. I mean,
I think you should get into it. I think, and it's not because you have
stage fright, man.
Fuck stage fright, bro. What are you talking about, stage fright?
I get very self-conscious, you know.
Why?
Some people have told me to be a mob historian, get paid doing that, doing like tours and shit, taking them where people got whacked. And then, some people are like, yo, you should do stand up, man. You gotta do stand up, you know. Go to Astoria. There's some fucking bars out there, clubs out there. Do stand up, man. I was like, you gotta come up with material. You gotta write shit.
No, you don't.
Feel like writing. And I'm not gonna. You can't go up there and wing it.
Why not?
Unless you got some shit in your head. And what am I talking about? My shitty fucking fat fucking life.
Yeah. You know? But see, you say you're self-conscious. Whatever the fuck you say. You got fucking stage fright and all that other bullshit. But like, who cares? What are they gonna do? Boo you off the stage?
I guess that's the worst that could happen, you know. I would love to make a living.
No, listen.
Going to fucking Atlantic City doing a show.
You're a funny guy, right?
Yeah.
So, if you think about it this way, I know you personally. If you got booed off stage, that's why I feel like you'd have it would be hilarious. Like the way you tell the story about how you got booed would be fucking hilarious. If you think about it that way, like. When you say like my shitty fucking life, and you'd be like, yo, to add like, every time by the time I got booed off stage in Atlantic City, that would be a hilarious story. It'd be good for you. You never know. I think getting booed would be the best thing that ever happened to you.
Oh man, as long as I'm getting paid after, you know, I don't care.
Listen, I don't know. See, now if you trash, I don't know. If you deserve to get booed, I don't know if you're gonna get paid.
Fuck.
That's where things get tricky. But you may get free drinks.
Yeah. Fucking A, huh? See what I'm saying about the shit life?
Shit life.
Baby.
What music do you listen to these days?
To be honest, man.
Oh shit. You still got a CD player, don't you, motherfucker?
Well, I got a CD player in my car, but I just be fucking with the phone. I got this aux cable that I connect to my phone.
You sound like my grandfather. Of course I know what an aux cable is.
All right. So I'm using that and just playing songs over YouTube. I mean, anybody new? I fuck with Nipsey Hussle mostly now.
Figures. Yo, you don't change. I fuck with you. I was kind of hoping you said like Lil Uzi or some shit.
No,
not at all. I know. That's why I said I was hoping you surprised.
That shit is a fucking disgrace.
So,
right?
so
that's not even hip hop, man.
No, you're right.
That shit, but that's like alternative hip hop. Don't even call that hip hop anymore. That's alternative.
Alternative.
Yeah, there's gotta be a different genre for that bullshit mumble rap shit. I do what I like. Yeah, I don't want to hear that bullshit, man.
But you know, that's why I embrace it. And you know, as a fellow Drink Champs watcher, Nori asked his people this question, so it just popped in my brain to ask you, what was? I guess I probably know the answer to this actually. Now that I'm going to ask you, but what was your favorite era in hip hop?
I'd say the golden era. You know, the '90s, like the mid '90s to the early 2000s. I think that was besides the Puffy era between 97 and 98.
How you going besides the Puffy era?
Yeah, besides that glitter bullshit, like DMX, fucking Dipset, fucking D Block, Locks, fucking.
Whoa. You
really
gonna shit on the shiny suit? The shiny suit?
He had a few good songs, but you know.
Okay.
I don't fuck with Diddy. I believe that he had Pac killed. You know about that, right? You heard about that, right?
No, I didn't.
You didn't hear about this?
I swear.
Oh my god, it's too much of a big story to go in on your show.
You know what my show is called?
I say that to say this. Podcast with King Bo Christ. Don't pray to Jesus. Don't pray to Jesus. Pray to King Bo, motherfucker.
Don't swear to God, swear to me. Yo, I gotta take that. That's gotta be a drop, goddammit. But seriously, you dead ass think.
The theory is that, well, it's a whole big story why he was behind it. He paid $500,000 for the hit. He was going to pay $1 million for both of them, but only Pac got killed. So he paid the guy $500,000. And the money didn't even get to the guy.
You're moving very fast.
Yeah. This is the whole story why Puffy did it. Puffy was scared. So anyway,
wait, you dead ass?
I'm dead ass serious. This is the theory. This is they believe they solved it now. The whole case.
I can't. You are. That's. I guess I'm glad I asked the question at this point, because you're like you're a hip hop connoisseur.
Yeah, I jerk off to it. I really do. I can tell you about old school shit too from the '80s.
So you really gonna sit across from me on this podcast and say, because I heard it.
Okay.
I've heard that rumor. Yeah. But I thought I really didn't. I'm like, nah, I couldn't be.
Yeah.
But you actually think, because I know you. Even are documentaries considered research? Like I guess should we count those? because I count them.
It's journalism.
I'm like, yo, if you've seen enough,
Yeah.
that's why I say, if you've seen enough documentaries, the shit makes sense.
Yeah.
The shit might make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm curious. Please enlighten me.
Fuck the whole story. All right, look, you can't think about Puffy how he is now. You gotta think about Puffy back in the '90s, how the whole industry was in the '90s. It was a much realer game back in the '90s than it is now.
True.
Much more gangsters back then. But anyway, so basically to start off, back in '95, they were in a club in Atlanta. Puffy, Suge's bodyguard Jake Robles, who was also his best friend, and Wolf, who's a notorious bodyguard for Puffy. Wolf, he was a respected gangster. He actually got killed in 2003 by BMF.
Yo, you know mad facts. I fuck with that.
But anyway, so they're in the club. They catch beef. Wolf kills Suge's best friend as Suge's getting into a limo, and Puffy's outside in front. Puffy's bodyguard basically kills Suge's bodyguard in front of him, who was his best friend. So Suge blamed Puffy for that.
Right.
So Suge, you don't fuck with Suge, So Suge's coming for that head.
And we're talking about in the
95.
Okay.
1995. This happened in August 95.
Okay.
Where Puffy's bodyguard killed Suge's bodyguard, his best friend. Fast forward to the Christmas party, Death Row Christmas party, 1995. Suge is in the club hosting a Death Row party, Christmas party, and there's an associate from Bad Boy Records in the party named Anthony Bell. So Suge knows that this guy is cool with Puffy. He's part of Puffy's crew. So they beat the shit out of him and Pac and a bunch of other MOB the Real Blood gang members. They beat the shit out of him, and then Suge tries to force him to drink piss out of a champagne bottle, right?
Damn.
And they're trying to get Puffy's mother's address out of him and Puffy's house address or whatever. So Puffy hears about this, and he's scared shitless, So he's got Crips out in L.A. that he fucks with that provide protection for him when he goes out to L.A. with Biggie or whatever.
Okay.
When Bad Boy goes out to L.A., they hire the Crips.
Got to check in with it. So it's just, okay. Gotcha.
So Puffy's scared. He's getting threats from Suge. And he knows Suge's a real motherfucker. So he goes up to this Crip, who's a big gang member named Keefy D, real shot caller out there. And he says, look, man, I want these motherfuckers gone, man. I want to get rid of these dudes. I'll pay whatever, So Puffy offered him $1 million, $500,000 each for Pac and Suge, because Pac was talking that shit on him.
And so the $500,000 is
for each head.
Okay.
So.
Oh, pardon me. So 500
each.
Suge that's what. Pac. Okay, that's what.
Suge
okay,
and
gotcha.
Pac.
And for the listeners' sake, this because, like I said, if you watch enough documentaries, this shit makes sense. And
the murder rap documentary from Greg Kading, the detective who investigated the Biggie murder.
So the actual detectives. Okay.
Yeah, he actually solved it, but he didn't officially solve it because the LAPD would never solve it, or the Las Vegas Metro.
Okay.
They won't officially solve it.
So $500,000
each head. So the guy who accepts the hit, the contract, he says, okay, we'll do it, whenever they're around, So they weren't going to move on it, And then fast forward to September 7, 1996, Pac is in the fucking MGM Grand Casino, and he sees a Crip, Orlando Anderson, who, his uncle is Keefy D, the guy who has the contract on Pac's and Suge's head. Just coincidence. So that guy stole a chain from one of Pac's and Suge's friend, Trayvon Lane. So Trayvon Lane is in there with Pac in the casino in the lobby and says, yo, that's the guy who robbed my chain. So Pac, he's just initiated into MOB the Real Motherfucking Blood. So he runs up to the guy trying to, earn some stripes,
Right.
Beats the shit out of him, then they stomp him out. So then after that, they were like, yo, the guys are here now. Orlando Anderson got stomped out. So Orlando Anderson goes up to his uncle like, yo, they're here now. They just fucked me up. Let's go kill these guys. Let's get that money, So a guy who's in Vegas named Zip from Harlem, he's down with Bad Boy. He's in the casino with Keefy D hanging out.
This is some shit.
Because, the Crips were affiliated with Bad Boy. So the guy's there. He's like, yo, man, we got them Jimmies, man. You need that? And he's like, nah, we're good. So they have their own guns, So they just drive around the strip looking for him. And they just happen to stumble upon them because these girls were screaming out the window, Tupac, Tupac. And they were like, oh, there they go right there. Popped the U-turn, caught him at the light and shot him. And they only got Pac. They didn't get Suge. It was just a coincidence that Pac stomped out the guy whose uncle had a contract out on Pac's head and Suge's head. So Puffy...
That's the crazy... Like, that shit just blew my mind. That's crazy.
So Puffy paid for it. He paid the guy 500,000, but the money never got to him because Zip, who
So-
offered the guns to Keefe D, he never gave the money to him. The money was supposed to go through him to Keefe D. I know. I explained it fucked up because I'm high and drunk.
No. But so this is what's crazy about that shit to me, like, and I gotta put the video of Orlando Anderson. That's the shit in the casino.
When he's getting stomped out. That's Orlando Anderson on the floor.
Wow. Okay, I remember that video.
And that's Buntry kicking him in the white suit, kicking him like all crazy. That's Buntry.
But what gets me about this shit is the fact that Diddy, Puffy at the time, had to put the contract on them. Like, that's the part that's like...
He put a contract on. And he had a bounty on Death Row chains. That's why Orlando Anderson snatched the chain from Pac and Suge's friend, Trayvon Lane. He snatched that chain because Puffy had a $20,000 bounty on every Death Row chain that somebody took. Because they were going to put it in their music videos and flaunt it. Like, we got your chain. And we're talking about in the late 90s, mid 90s, they were thinking about this.
That's why I said damn, because I was like.
Because motherfuckers in 07 were doing that shit. Like, you got your chain, homie.
And I used to, I didn't even know where that shit originally came from. Like, why I was been thinking, like, you snatched a motherfucker's chain. Why are you going to YouTube?
Suge was the first one who came out with chains, you know?
That's fucking crazy.
No other rap label had chains until Suge came out with that shit.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
This is why you the motherfucking hip-hop historian.
Yeah,
You're just a historian. It's not even hip-hop. This guy's good. Because that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So that's really... That shit changed the world.
And you know who's all to blame for all that shit? Pac's death, Big's death, the fall of Suge while he's in jail. Ayanna Jackson, that bitch who accused Pac of rape and got him locked up. Because if he would never, she would have never did that. She set this whole course of events into motion. If she never would have done that, Pac would have never went to jail. He would have never signed a death row. Pac would have never probably even got shot in Times Square. Never would have blamed Big for none of that shit. Big would still be living. Pac would still be living because he never would have signed a death row and became a gang member with Suge and got killed. And Suge would have never went to jail because he would have had death row. He would have never went to jail because he went to jail after Pac got killed. He went to jail for 6 years. And Death Row fell apart. Dre left, Snoop left.
That shit, like,
Pac was gone.
Yeah. It literally changed the world.
Yeah, it did. It's the world we live in now. But yeah,
damn,
it's a shit. It was the death of hip hop, really.
We talked about like where did it all go wrong? Right there.
With that bitch.
The state of America is in P. Diddy's hands. Well, I mean, what's her name? Ayanna Jackson. Mm-hmm. The state of America. You gotta tweet that. That's one of those. Like,
fucking bitch.
That's one of those. If you think about it, like as the gray area investigator, which I pride myself on with this podcast, and I get it. These are theories, but some shit just makes sense. Like, like now. Well, I guess I can't. That's kind of almost sounds contradictory. You can't say these are theories, but like these are theories and all this other shit that it's because of that, but. This is real life, and I can't say whether Pac raped her or not.
I don't say that he didn't fucking do it, man.
Yeah, that's why I say, like, I know the world is tricky. I don't want to, and I'm not pussy on the podcast. I'm really not.
You're just politically correct, little fuck.
Not really. That's why, and this was tricky because I'm really not. I'm with you, but it's just like you think I sound politically correct because I don't want to.
I don't know. You're talking about you don't know Pac was guilty of fucking hurting that bitch. She sucked his dick on the dance floor the night she met him.
That's why I say I believe it. But it's like the levels to the shit you talked about. It's like, was he a little aggressive? I wasn't there. I don't know.
Nah, man.
But I'm saying if I got my dick sucked and then we get back to the spot and she's not trying to fuck, like I'd be like, what?
Well, no, she said that his friends raped her. He didn't get convicted of a rape charge. He got convicted of sexual misconduct, forcibly touching the buttocks.
That's why I
raped
say
her, supposedly.
That's why I say that's why I fucked up just now. And that's why I'm glad you're clarifying. Because that's what I meant. Like that's why I meant like I'm not. I can't say. Like I don't know what happened. That's why I mean like overall. Like I don't know what happened as far as like I wasn't there. Did something happen to her? Probably. Was it necessarily Pac? No, like that's what I mean. Like
I don't even think probably, man. I think whatever she did was willing.
Oh,
man. Those guys that fucked her, that she accused of rape with Pac, she was hanging out with them before she even met Pac. They introduced her to Pac. They were her friends.
So see, this is the thing. This is why you're the hip hop historian, because now that much you're at. Do we got to go through that story too? Maybe I don't know.
I don't know, man.
But I'm being serious because I didn't know that much. I didn't know that much, and that's why I say I don't. When I'm not trying to sound politically
She's
correct.
A fucking liar.
There you go. And that's why I want to clarify also. I don't be trying to sound politically correct, but when I don't have the facts, that's why I say I don't know, because I'm like, look, I don't. Well, saying that is like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Even
if that's not facts, for the sake of the story in that situation, if those are the circumstances, it does change things. Like, oh, okay, that's weird. You know, that's one of those things. But you know, God damn it, Ayanna Jackson.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you saw Vlad interviewed her?
I mean,
I was like,
from a journalist standpoint, I mean, he's got to do what he's got to do. I mean, it's relevant to for the hip hop culture.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean that's
what I didn't get. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, that's a part of hip hop history. What happened, what that bitch did, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like we just said, it's that shit is that sparked a crazy.
I mean, if she would have never done that, Pac would have never been in a wheelchair, all bandaged up the night after he got shot, going to court in the morning. Like, yo, that's crazy. Like, and they had it on tape. He's all bandaged up. You would never saw that if it wasn't for her. I mean, that's part of history. That him just rolling out in the wheelchair into court, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. So,
and him signing to Death Row, we would have never had that music. Because he would never sign to Death Row if it wasn't for her. Now,
that brings an interesting dynamic also. It's like, do you think that his career would have been the same? Like, do you think...
I don't know, because when we got with Death Row, man,
That's what...
Great production.
Right,
that was
what I'm saying.
His prime, man.
That's what made him skyrocket.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Huh.
It's tough, man. I mean, look, things happen how they happen, you know? It's just a shame he got fucking murdered, you know?
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Where were you when...
I was in my room, 11 years old, fucking probably watching Family Matters or some shit.
Well, I mean, when you found, like...
Yeah.
Oh, so at the time it didn't mean anything to you? Until, like you got a little older?
The earliest memory I have of Pac is, like, maybe just after he died and they played the Toss It Up video on the Box channel. And I didn't have Box in my room. I didn't have any cable in my room. So you could tune to the channel, but it's like all hazy. Like you weren't supposed to get the channel. It was like all fuzzy.
Right.
Like staticky. But I that's the earliest memory I had. And then I started listening to him. Like basically 97, like right after he died until... Because I was only 11 when he died. I was turning 11.
Okay, got you.
So... I remember when Big died. There was some kid.
Yo, that's what. Wow, that's crazy. That's what I was just. That was what I was just gonna say. Like, that's why I asked, because I don't remember Pac. Like, I remember Big. Like, I remember like being like, oh. Yeah, shit.
I still remember the paper actually when he died. I was taking a shit, and I remember the paper, the front cover. It's him on the sidewalk walking in Brooklyn, like Biggie Smalls dead or some shit.
Damn.
I remember some kid at school crying, man. Crying like a little bitch.
Yo, I remember being like it didn't affect me, but I remember. But I remember I remember people being around. Like I remember people being like, "The fuck is everybody crying for?" You guys,
oh yeah,
this shit is weird. Like I remember being not like you acting like a bitch, but because I didn't. If you would have caught me then, I mean, if I was that age then, I would have been like, "Fuck, you acting like a bitch for?" But I was like,
I'm not gonna lie, I cried when Aaliyah died.
Yo, you just bugged me out. I swear to God,
special.
I'm not even kidding. You just bugged me out. I swear to God, I was just gonna say the one that actually I felt like affected me.
That was fucked up, man.
Yo, that shit just.
And that VH1 special when I think they interviewed her on to some shit, and I was like, oh my God.
Yo, I remember where I was when that shit happened, and that's why I was gonna say the one that affected.
I remember that too, actually.
I remember that shit came on the news, and there was like I remember being with my mom, like in my room, like. She told me, like, she was like, come, like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, do you know who this, like, she knew who it was, but, like, you know, like, she was just, like, it was a moment. That's why I remember looking at it, like, oh, shit. I remember actually being sad, like, this is fucked up.
I was in my room, it was a Saturday evening. I remember the sun was setting, and I was listening to fucking, on my stereo, Funk Flex, and then Funk Flex was like, yo, Aaliyah just died in a plane crash, yo.
Yo, oh man,
the fucking,
he ran it back 8 times.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Fuck Master Fuck Up.
That's crazy.
Fuck Flex too.
Wait,
man. Fuck that
you don't fuck with Flex?
No, he hates Tupac. Remember? He's like,
I don't suck Tupac's dick.
He fucking lied. Cry like a bitch. I don't suck Tupac's dick. Yeah, fuck that guy, man. Fuck.
Yo.
I seen Flex in the club, the China Club.
Word?
In 2006.
Should have threw a bottle at him.
Yeah, fuck him. We were talking shit about him. He was staring at me and my boys, you know.
Yo, that's funny.
A dingy ass T-shirt he was wearing.
Yo, that's. I like that you don't fuck with Flex.
Yeah, fuck
for
Flex.
some, because I fuck with Flex, but I like that you don't fuck with him.
I used to fuck with him. I bought like 3 albums with him. Funk Flex and Big Cab. I bought Volume 1. I bought Volume 2.
Took it back just now. I forgot about that.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yo, you know what's crazy about Flex? Like, I kind of, like, he's another one that inspired like that radio. He's a legend. He's a legend. Like, one of my earliest memories of radio.
Yeah.
Him. I can't name other bigger like pivotal moments in my fucking life. So.
Yeah.
But that's why I like that you don't fuck with him, because you fuck with Pac, so it's like, I respect your loyalty. Like,
I always ride with Pac, man. I never go against the grain, man. You can't fuck with Pac, man. You can't.
That's from...
The guy sacrificed his life for this shit.
Do you feel like...
He died for our sins, all right?
There you go. There you have it. And that's the reason that I put myself as King Bo Christ, because I know the Pac is really...
What were you going to ask me, though? You're going to ask me something like, do you feel that?
I was on my journalist shit, but I didn't want to go down that road. How much time you got? You got time?
I got shit to do with my life.
I ain't got shit else to do.
Life. You trying to wrap this up already? Jeez.
No, I'm not trying to wrap it up at all. That's why I say, like,
yeah,
I got time. I can do this.
Time.
We can have fuck this podcast. I just want to hang out with you at this point.
But I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, good. We got so I was actually gonna get, and we got more marijuana. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
So I was actually gonna get on my journalist shit. And ask, but I didn't want to go down the road because I don't like holding people up.
I'm riding with you. We go down any road you want to go down.
My man, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. Yo, in all seriousness, man, I'm not even joking. Yo, I'm being dead serious right now. This isn't Bel Air, Moet, facts. You may cry, my nigga. You may cry because you're my friend. Yo, if you said to me like, yo, Bo, I had a good time on your podcast, I would love to join. I would be like, done.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying, and the crazy shit is, I'm glad that the podcast is still running.
Yeah.
Because I really was like, damn, like we really had something on our hands. And when I talk about Flex, and I talk about the real shit, and we have real conversations. Because we have real conversations too.
Yeah.
So and before I had baby mama problems, you told me about baby mama problems.
Oh, yeah,
and we're great. We're great now. We're good now. But we've had a fucked up road. Yeah. So, but you told me about that, and the stories you used to tell me was like, damn, my nigga. That's crazy. And there were times, just like with me, there's times where I'm like, damn, bro, you said that? What the fuck is wrong with you? But we had some real conversations. So if you said to me, like, yo, I'd love to do the podcast. Like, my original, I wanted this, bro. I wanted, like, real conversation, but, like, and you know what? I got to go into it. Before I wrap that up.
Say that, I gotta say that.
Right, there you go. That's why you're my guy. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I started a podcast with this dude who I don't fuck with anymore.
Okay.
And I swear to God, I was never gonna bring it up on the podcast.
Is it over money?
No, it's over. He just is a shitty human being, and I'll let you listen to the whole. Our last podcast I didn't even put out. Okay. Because I was like, this is garbage. We got into it. I'm like, bro, you're toxic. Like, you're not. We got into some bullshit, and I don't want to even make it. I don't even have to tell that whole story.
Okay.
But the point is, like, I was just like, I was really trying to look for something for the sake of the podcast. Like, yo, as much as I would love to do this by myself, it's not the same. Like, I don't like having interviews. I really don't. Yeah. Like, I don't like having people. And don't get me wrong, I love the people that I had on my podcast because it was all genuine. Like, I would love to speak with them. Yeah. But for the sake of a podcast, I don't want to have guests. I want to build a network.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to have to talk to motherfuckers. Yeah. I just want, like, I look at Joe Budden's podcast. You know Joe Budden's podcast?
Yeah, of course. I don't fuck with him though. Remember,
I know you don't like him. That's what I fuck with. See, that's what I fuck with.
He's talented. He's very talented.
But you're realistic. But you see his podcast.
Yeah.
It's just him and his friends.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. Yeah. But that's why I like it. But as far as what he does as a podcast, I respect him. I respect everything about him.
He found his niche. You know, you gotta respect it. You know. He's
bro,
making his money.
You sent me a freestyle and you got bars. You heard songs that I did.
Yeah.
Right? A podcast to just be able to talk shit. I don't have to rhyme.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Done. Right? But I don't want to be a solo artist. It's not the same.
Uh-huh.
Me and you, nigga, we Capone and Noriega.
Yeah. Well, we better than that.
I mean, we better than that, but like it's like Mob Deep.
Yeah.
Like, or I guess it's like the Death Row combination, like Dre and Snoop. It's like
Okay.
it was like, yo, we have a.
What's up, nephew?
Yeah, there you go. We have like a weird we spoke, and I was saying all that because it was like I tried to, because I knew it was like, yo, it kind of takes two to do it.
Yeah.
It kind of takes. You gotta have the same opinions. You can't
yeah.
really, to get a real show going. You can't have the same opinions. And my boy Nate, you don't remember Nate? I probably tell the 1,000 stories about Nate.
Yeah.
But like I wanted him to do it, but because it was just, I would just, as far as I was concerned, just set up a microphone. We just talk for an hour, move on, and talk about every topics every week, and we move on, right?
Yeah.
So, but it didn't work out. Like I don't know, it just didn't work out.
Okay.
The only other person I would ever think of, I was like, well, it was two more people. Well, I mean, like my other guy, Sam, who I have it in my notes. If I pull up my notes,
Sammy,
he was the only. Yo, you are one of the only people one of the only coworkers that I've ever liked in my life.
Really?
And the only people I'm really cool with now, like you're sometimes early on, your friends are given to you, your family is given to you.
Yeah.
When you transition to where I am in my life at 29, I pick who I want to talk to. Every person I want to talk to, I've worked with, and then I've got along like Shelly.
Yeah.
Who I always say I gotta have on the podcast.
Yeah. But
the only reason I wouldn't suggest it to her is that like, oh, she's like a mom and has a family. Yeah. But I know we kind of agree on our weird points. You know what I'm saying? But it would be an interesting dynamic to be like, if I was like when you said if she was here and you were like, you know, it's levels to rape, she would be like, oh my god. Yeah. But if she let you explain like you did, you'd be like, she's a.
It's always good to have the female dynamic.
But that's what I'm saying. But she's a mom, so it's weird. Like I don't want to I can't put her out there like that. That's crazy. Yeah. So I never even asked her.
Nick Jr. bitch.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. But but like you, I always think like, yo, if I got Gunsmoke on the podcast, I'm telling you that shit would be crazy because it's like you're realistic. Like you're when it comes down to it, you're a fucking maniac.
Yeah. But I think it's comfortable, you know. And
but that's what makes it hilarious because even if the microphone, we had these same talks with no microphone.
Yeah.
Come on. And so I said to myself, I was saying all that to say, if you want to do the podcast, we could do this every week. I would have you on. Yeah. Because I swear to God, and I'll let you think on it. All right. But I know you don't have shit else to do with your shit life.
I really don't. Yeah, it's a shit life.
I think, and for the sake of the listeners, this shit is still running. The iPad died, so sorry you two.
Oh, cocksuckers.
I could plug it in. But you said you were feeling weird about it, so I stopped it anyway. I know I knew you'd forget about it because you don't give a fuck. Because we're just being real. We're not doing this for the sake of the podcast.
We gotta step it up though. We gotta get the 4K camera like DJ Vlad has.
No, I'll do that. Yo, that's the new iPad. That shit is 4K.
It is? Okay.
Come on, son. How long you know me, son?
I'm just saying.
That's why you gotta be. That's why you gotta be around a little more, son. Never forget.
Nah, you was always fresh.
No, for real. In all seriousness though. But that really is 4K. But
yeah.
I started to do this whole studio. You see around here.
Yeah, I see it.
I got the screen. I got the shit to go into. This is for, and this isn't even for the sake of the podcast, but I had my other boy Wink on. And I don't want to slander him, but he said he was going to start his own podcast. So I told myself, I said, look.
Oh, you trying to compete, motherfucker.
But I had him on my podcast to roll it out. We talked about it like, yo, roll it out. We're going to do it. You know, I'll start you off with my podcast, bro. I got 50,000 listeners. A lot of people listening to this podcast, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm not a lot, and I'm not big. When nobody knows me,
don't downplay your shit. Like nobody listens to my shit.
But they don't though. That's why, because I don't take it that serious, and I wouldn't have told you that if we didn't get in a serious moment right now, where I was trying to pitch you on this. Yeah. But can you do me a favor since you're a co-host of the podcast? Can you hit the power button on that? Or maybe it's not plugged in. Oh, it's not plugged in. Motherfucker. See, because I don't care about this. But you would make me care. But no, in all seriousness. But I wouldn't have brought it up because I didn't, it's not that serious to me. Right? But with Wink, when he said he was going to start his own podcast, I'm like, all right, if he starts his own podcast, you know what? I'll respect him and I'll take him serious enough to like offer him, because I know it takes two, but I want to get along with you.
You should have whacked him.
I should have him whacked. I should call him right now and tell him. But you know what's crazy? We did an episode, and I was like, I texted him like, yo, it's been a year since you said you were gonna start your podcast, right? He's like, nah, no, bro, I got my microphone and shit. Yeah. And normally the old Bo would be like, yo, use mine, but and I didn't go down the whole road of the story, but with the podcast that I was doing that was called whatever, I won't even plug it because I don't care. But it was just like, yo, he was just like, just show up, bro. I got you.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to carry him, and that's why it didn't work out. Because I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, bro, you just show up. Because I actually get along with you.
Yeah.
I didn't get along with him outside of
Uh-huh.
with a microphone, like when the microphones went on.
Yeah.
It didn't really click, and then you can hear it in the episodes a little bit. It didn't really click, and I never talked about it.
Yeah.
But the last episode we did that I didn't put out, we kept it. I kept right now. I just kept everything on the record.
Uh-huh.
The reason I didn't put it out is because it became like a fucking. I felt like it was like a what do they call that shit? Intervention. Like
Okay.
it was like
yeah.
so I was like that makes it weird. But with you,
Yeah.
I want it on the record because if you say no and shit is lit 10 years from now, I'm like, this is why you live a shit life. Like
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I'm like, we had it.
Yeah.
We had a chance.
No, man.
So in all seriousness, I was saying all that to say, man, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I would love for you to co-host the podcast with me.
Yo, I think that's a good idea.
Many
man.
people have asked me, and a couple of friends that I had on
Yeah.
were like, yo, I'd love to, and I'm like, I don't really get along with you.
Yeah.
I actually get along with you.
Yeah.
Like we actually have a good rapport, like in real life.
Yeah.
So
we
to
always did, man.
This is
always.
all this shit that I have. Everything I do with my life is podcasts. Like this is on.
What is that, Korean letters? What are you
Pretty
writing
much.
over there?
That's my handwriting, but I take the I take the podcast game serious. Like I have my notes, even with you.
Yeah.
If
wow.
where's this shit? I really take this shit
You
serious.
coming correct. I like that, man.
So, but with you, I wouldn't want you to do that. Like I don't care about that shit because you're just a good.
I'm a fucking jagoff. What are you gonna do, man?
But it's you though. If the microphone
that's
wasn't
me.
here,
Well,
it'd
that's
be you.
me, all right.
I had notes. I
Yeah.
can't even tell you when this is from. Because the date is fucked up. I've been planning this episode forever, but I had like I got notes for your episode.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you the crazy shit. I swear to God.
Consigliere.
You saw me. I didn't look at my phone. I didn't have my phone the whole time.
Yeah.
I didn't even need to look at it. But we wind up talking about all that shit anyway.
Yeah.
Bro, and I just looked at it, like, I opened it up, like, wow, that's crazy. Like, natural. I didn't, everyone else was like, and not in a bad way, but I have my notes, my points.
Yeah.
With my friends, turn on the microphone, it's organic.
Damn, man.
I'm telling you.
You're a fucking genuine fucking dude, man. I like you, man.
Don't fucking start crying, I swear to God. Because
No, I'm fucking with you.
No. But, I mean, what makes you say that, though? Like,
I don't know, man. Like,
Because
like, I don't keep in contact with people, and, like, they don't fuck with me, But always with you, every holiday, basically every holiday, happy Thanksgiving, man, happy Merry Christmas. Like, I don't even get to see you, but
yo, for the
we all
record.
live in our own lives,
For the record, and I'm glad this shit is still running also.
Yeah.
Tell the people. I won't even say it. I won't even alter the narrative. Tell the people when the last time I saw you was.
Fuck, for real?
You gotta know, because
December 2011.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If,
And you always fucked with me, man.
but
Always.
but let me tell you, for me, it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like that.
Yeah.
Feels like
it's a blur to me, man.
I mean, it's more, but that's what I'm saying.
It don't even feel like that long, but...
It's bugged out.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, oh shit, we're back in the booth.
Yeah, man. But it feels like nothing changed, man. I feel like I'm talking to you. It was like, we right back there, man.
That's why I was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So the last time I saw you was 2011.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But we kick it off, and like that's why when you say like getting politically correct, I'm like, nah, nigga, I'm still me. I swear I'm still me. But it's like, I'm just realistic. Like I'm like, hey, listen, I don't know, but it's still the same. And then when I hear you, I'm like, when you say like, nah, it's levels to rape, I'm like, hold on, bro. I'm like, hold on.
No, come on, man.
But I'm like, yo, let me slow you down.
I'm trying to think about these Me Too movement cocksuckers, man. They're gonna come after me.
But listen, when all that's being said, but that's why I say like I wasn't trying to stop you from being you.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trying to be politically correct for you. I'm like, no. Just let the people know what you mean. That's why my podcast is the I Say That to Say This podcast. Because I know I may come off like me.
Yeah.
But it gets greater later.
Yeah.
And if you listen and you stay on for the journey and what I believe in, you got to listen to every episode. This shit's like your favorite Netflix series. Because all this podcast is the audio version of social media.
Yeah. Okay.
We tweet.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't
you get tired of why don't you tweet? Because it's fucking annoying.
No, because nobody's fucking listening. Nobody gives a shit. I got like 60 followers so far.
But you know why? If you were seeing results, you would have kept going.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The reason I kept going,
Oh, because you had like 100 million motherfuckers listening to you.
Because I kept going.
Bitches
that fucking with that booth.
Wet Pussy Wednesdays, fucking.
Facts. I had what is that shit? Facts. Wet Pussy Wednesdays and the crazy shit. I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit. I never even spoke about that on the podcast, but I'm glad you're here because, like, if you scroll down to my early Twitter, shit is lit on that side. Like, lit, shit is crazy.
That shit was serious, man.
Shit is crazy. Like, my shit was crazy.
Yeah,
my Twitter,
off his shit.
My Twitter was different. It wasn't this Me Too shit. I couldn't survive in this Me Too shit on my early Twitter. If shit was really lit and they scrolled up, they would be like, oh my God, this guy's a sicko. But see, I have my wife on with me to help me explain.
Oh my God.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, listen, this shit's gonna... And I don't even like my wife on the episode, on the podcast, because she may say some shit that is like, no, it's gonna come off mad aggressive. And I know you don't mean it like that. But she's the nicest woman ever. But with me, I had her come on to be like, hold on, just balance it out. You know what I'm saying? So with those moments, those weird pivotal moments on a podcast, if you balance it out, it's the same as social media. Yeah. Facebook, Instagram is for pictures.
I don't fuck with Instagram either because I'm fat, you know.
But that's different. That's what I'm. But see, if shit was lit, you would do it.
Yeah, if I was skinny and in shape, I'll take some fucking pictures and get a goddamn Instagram. But I'm a fat fucking slob. Bro. I'm not gonna get on Instagram. I'm gonna take a picture of my fat fucking gut. Yeah, look at my double chin. That's what I'm doing today. Ooh.
Nah, for real, man. Seriously. What was it? Oh, fucking Instagram is the pictures. Yeah. Twitter is words. Yeah. All the podcast is the audio version of social media. Yeah. You're a man who respects documentaries. Yeah. It's the same shit.
Jerk off to them, yeah. Well, certain documentaries.
There you go. Yeah. That could be us.
I appreciate the offer, and I gradually accept.
I'm actually gonna the last. Whoa! Did you say you gradually?
Well, yeah. I mean, I would be honored, man. I'm pretty honored that you even asked me that, man. I'm pretty touched, actually.
Don't. And
that's pretty. That's real shit, man. I mean, I would be honored to do it once a week, though. I'm not doing this fucking 5 nights a week.
This is the thing. This is the crazy shit. I record. Well, my plan for lately, I've been recording. Every Friday night at 9.
Okay. Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time.
All right. Yeah.
The episodes are supposed to come out, and I've been very good to October. And remember, and you know what's crazy? I said it earlier in the podcast, but I didn't explain it. When I was like, I've been in a weird mood. Yeah. And when you told me we were gonna do this, I felt like, oh, okay, this is gonna be lit. Yeah. I genuinely meant that, but I just didn't explain it. And now that all this is said, it'll make more sense that I was saying all that to say. Well, I didn't say all that, but I was saying that to say, like, I've been in a weird mood because it's like these episodes are supposed to come out every Monday, and I've been good. The last episode that I fucked up was episode 17 in October. I mean, excuse me, episode 16. Episode 17, I had a friend that died, and I was like, you know what? He was a DJ, and I'm like, you know what? In honor of him, I'm gonna stay consistent. Yeah. Because he was, and because it was just, he was in the same mindset. He loved DJing. You know what I'm saying? He really genuinely loved it, and that inspired me because I genuinely love this podcast shit. Yeah. I'm behind it. I don't want to rap. Yeah. This is the next best thing. I'm on title too. Like shit is lit. It's the same thing for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it inspired me to be like, you know what? Keep going. The last 2 weeks I didn't put out an episode because the shit the other podcast shit didn't work out. I started a separate podcast, and we'll get into that later. Okay. Or in another time, because I don't want to keep bringing them up without explaining it. But it just didn't work out because I was like, so we didn't make it one. Yeah. But I was really not feeling. I said, my wife was like, yo, you got to do it. Like Shelly, who I talked about, who listens to the podcast also, who was my coworker, one of the only people I still talk to, she was my manager, actually. She wasn't my coworker. Oh, and I always refer to her as my boss. Yeah, yeah. Well, for the last fucking 10 years, 5 years, I always referred to her as my boss, but I actually stopped. She's not my boss anymore, so I stopped saying it. But so I won't say. I want to clarify. I want to say coworker. But anyway, but she was like, "Yo, what's up with you? What happened to your episode?" And I was like, "I'm not feeling it." I swear, I'll show you the fucking text.
Can't give up, man.
I know that, but I know that, but I really wasn't feeling inspired, man. Yeah. But when you told, I'm like, yo, you know what? Gunsmoke is gonna be on the podcast.
Motherfucking dumb.
I'm like, I was really excited for it. I was like, all right, you know what? This is gonna be a good episode. I was like, even if we just talk and it becomes me and my wife's episode was almost 4 hours. Wow. I don't talk to anyone for 4 hours. Yeah. I probably won't even talk to you for 4 hours.
Oh, it's fucked up.
No, seriously, for real. But it was because I didn't care. And when the episode was done, I was like, we're not gonna listen to that, are we? Yeah. And she was like, nah, the episode's so long. We listened to it and we loved it. 4 hours. But I was like, you know what? That was my mixtape. Like,
Yeah.
it's just every week. You know what I'm saying? So it's not every day. I'm not like obsessed with it. Like I said, just I know Friday at night. It's Friday nights at 9. I don't drink. I don't hang out with anyone anymore. I don't drink and fucking drive home. I don't have to do that. I come down here to the basement. I do what I do. I sit here. This is my idea of a good ass Friday night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I tell, and that's why when we came down here and I flicked the light on, and I was like, oh shit. Actually, it's a mess down here. I was like, I said it to you. I was like, oh, my bad. I actually haven't, I thought I didn't realize it looked this crazy.
Yeah.
Because I really wasn't feeling it. But you, it like metaphorically and literally like turn the lights back on, and I say that to say this, like, and I say that to say this world.
Yeah.
And I would like my wife to host the podcast with me and be. That would be like a cool, but I don't like putting her.
Yeah.
I don't like putting her in that situation.
It might ruin the marriage, man. I don't know.
You know what's crazy? With Norm, and that's why I love her on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. That's why because I know how you feel, and they don't know you yet. But if they get to know you, they'll understand why and any other guest that I heard, any other guest, I would have been like, don't my wife. Yeah. But you, I'm like, hold on. My wife listens to this podcast, and even though I didn't, and I'm glad I'm going full circle and clarifying here, because if my wife listens to this podcast, right? So, hi, honey, I love you.
She ain't gonna listen to this one.
She listens to everything. This is why this is great.
She's got other things to do.
This is why this is great, because I know right now she's like, and then normally it's women. Normally it's women to be like, your wife's not gonna listen to this whole shit. Yeah. And my wife was sitting home, and she's listening to it like, why would they think I wouldn't listen? Because she's just really the nicest woman. But that's why I would like to have her on. But I don't like exposing her to that. Like, it's like, it's my wife. It's weird. It's tricky. I don't have to go home with you, nigga. You go home and deal with your own problems. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's an old saying. He's sick fuck. You gotta say no homo after that.
Oh, facts. Pause.
But look, you don't mix business and pleasure, man. It's not good, man, to have wifey.
It's different. She's a nice. That's why it's the great dynamic.
That's what they all say until they're in divorce court. With 3 kids and shit, fucking alimony. You're paying $50,000 a month.
Yo,
up the ass.
This is why it's great. Because like I said, I was gonna. That's why my wife was gonna. If you went and I didn't say anything, my wife would have been like, yo, I know you heard him say You didn't say anything.
I stand up for me.
Right? No, not even that. She was just like, no, like I know you were thinking and you didn't say it. Right? So now at this point, if she's listened this far, she's probably laughing with you. Like,
took up for
divorce court, she'll be like, once you mention divorce court, like she knows. She's my wife.
Yeah.
She knows, like, oh, okay, he's got a story behind that. This is going to be good. You know what I'm saying? So for the sake of the podcast, man, you'd be great. Anywho.
Yeah.
So did you ever watch Everyday Struggle?
Everyday Struggle? What the fuck is that about?
Oh, come on. This is
weird. What is that?
This is...
I don't really fuck with Netflix, man.
No. It's Joe Budden's
Nah,
online complex show. And we bounced over before, but why did Joe Budden block you again? I forgot.
Because I sent him a diss.
Yo, that's hilarious. I didn't realize that.
I rapped some shit to him.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. Wait, I gotta stop you for 1 second. Cause now I gotta go live on Twitter, because just today, I swear to God, I'm gonna show you this, so you could realize this is how this podcast shit works.
Yeah.
And the listeners, this is when they get annoyed at me, like, nigga, have it ready. Just this was 13 hours ago, just this morning.
Yeah.
Dude at Joe Budden, he said, you're washed now. Block me. Right? He said, block me. Joe Budden said 13 hours ago, I only unblock people now, sir. Spread love.
Oh, yeah? Maybe I'm unblocked now on Twitter.
That's where I was just gonna.
Wow. So at least he admits to blocking people.
See how that shit works? Yeah. This is the beauty of the pod. This is a real... You said it, and I'm like, yo, listen.
Well, I call that Santeria shit when I just say things that speaks into life.
I don't, you're the crazy shit. You always mention that.
Yeah.
Because I know it happens with you, and that's why I know we have a weird dynamic.
Yeah.
Because it happens with me too.
Yeah.
But on the polar opposite, like, we're two different people.
Yeah.
Obviously. But with the same shit, when you tell us you have a story, I have a story, I'll think of some shit and happen to you. You'll think of some shit and happen to me.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we went on every fucking day for a year or however. I feel like it was way longer, but like in my mind, it felt like 5 years. So it was like,
wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like I felt like And then now that we have like a 7-year gap,
Yeah.
it's like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like now it's like we got mad shit to catch up on, my nigga.
Definitely.
It would take us another 7 years to even think of it to talk about it to get it out.
Word, I forgot half the shit that happened.
There you go. So we'll get into that one moment, but I stopped you.
Yeah.
Because I have to at Joe Budden. Like you gotta unblock my man.
Gunsmoke the Dawn. Capo de tutti
Joe
capi.
Budden.
In the flesh.
You said you're blessed.
EA Sports. It's in your ass.
Yo, see, this is where the listeners are like, yo, bro, what the fuck did you just sign us up for? Oh, shit. You know what's crazy? Before the podcast shuts off, I got to go grab my charger. This is fucked
I
up.
don't even know why you made me turn on this fucking TV. What the fuck you was plugging in over here? What the fuck was you doing?
I forgot. I was high.
You all over the place over here.
I am all over the place. I'm excited to see you. Fuck.
I thought you was going to ask me something else before. Fuck.
No, I'm gonna remember.
Fuck we were talking about?
We were talking about Joe Budden. You're gonna tell the story about
yeah.
Joe Budden blocked you. Right?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
You have to piss or anything? You good? I know you I'll pause it. I'll pause.
I guess I could piss. I feel like we're live. I feel like you shouldn't be.
Now, as I was just saying, that Joe Budden tweeted, someone tweeted Joe Budden and said he was trash. He was like, I unblock people. What happened with you and Joe Budden?
Oh, well.
Here, take some more champagne so you don't come down. I'll pour this one.
Well, what happened was... what had happened
Because now I know your problems.
Yeah. Well, I was just a young fucking idiot. He went on Twitter talking that gangster shit for no reason, and I messaged Joe Budden and told him, look, man, spit a little freestyle to him, you know, and he took it the wrong way.
Don't get all shy now. Shit.
Oh, well, I basically told him, you know, Joe Budden's an ex-junkie abuser. He ain't really down for his fans. He never moved units. That's why execs moving from Def Jam. And then he took that the wrong way because execs from Def Jam fired him when he wasn't pulling in those numbers. And he was an ex-junkie heroin abuser back in Jersey.
Jesus Christ.
And he said, you know what, fuck this fucking idiot Gunsmoke.
I'm blocking him.
And I'm blocking his bitch ass because I'm a bitch.
But you deserved it.
I guess I deserved it, yeah.
But see, that's the thing in the sport of rap.
Yeah.
You gotta give niggas bars sometimes. Yeah. That's all. Like,
I was flattered.
You gave him some bars.
Yeah, I was flattered.
You took it too far. Who's to say? In the sport of rap,
look, I had it coming.
Right.
I had it coming.
So, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like 2010.
I think he should unblock you now.
Well, he should, but fuck him, man. He needs to shave down that beard. I'm getting sick of his beard that high. And shit. Like, yo, enough
already. That's
why
he blocked your ass.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Well, look, Rick Ross, that whole shit, you know, come on, man.
That's exactly why he blocked
your ass. That's like bitches
ass.
when Rihanna would shave their half her head. Bitches were doing that. Nobody does that no more. So shave that fucking beard down, man. Be a normal human being.
Okay.
He made more. I think he made more money back then when he had his beard shaved down like a normal human being.
Okay, that makes sense.
You think so? I mean, he was selling records back then, until he did this whole beard shit.
See, I didn't really think about it, but I'm gonna tell you the crazy shit. I didn't shave my beard for like a year and a half.
Oh, you did have a beard, yeah.
There you go. I
forgot about that.
I could even pull it back up. You know, I enjoyed it. My last boss said to me, like, she was like, that beard is getting crazy. Right? And I was like, man, fuck that.
I am King Bo Price.
Definitely. It's facts. And I was like, nah, I definitely ain't shaving.
I saw.
Bro, that beard. Now I look back on that shit like, what the fuck? Like, I really look back on my beard.
You could have shaped it up a little bit.
I could have, but I
got the shit all over your lips and shit.
That's why.
Motherfucker.
That's why I say, like, I know.
Yeah.
That, like, that beard shit.
Yeah, look at this guy.
Yo.
Hello, you walk more.
Yo, when you said that, like, the beard, I'm like,
I'm
like, now you say it. If you asked me then, I would have felt all Me Too'd.
Yeah.
Like, how could you say that? My beard matters. But now that I shaved that shit, I'm like, you know what, my nigga, you might be on something. Like,
yeah.
But anyway, not for real. But yeah, Joe Budden, man, you gotta unblock my man.
Whatever you want to do, Joe. Whatever you want to do.
But yeah, man, to all the listeners, my man Gunsmoke, I'll let him think on it. Like I said, you guys heard the proposition live on the air. The ball is in his court.
I'll
let him think on it.
I humbly accept. I mean, I didn't really have to think too much on it. I mean, it's you know, I got faith in you, man. Sky's the limit with you, man. You're an entrepreneur, hustling motherfucker,
don't make it weird.
you know? No, I'm just saying, man.
Nah, I appreciate that, for real.
You out for the gusto, man.
I do appreciate it. Because you know what?
I need the motivation and inspiration. Inspiration is what I need. And I think you could provide that inspiration, you know?
Hey, listen, if I can inspire my friends, so be it. You know what I'm saying? Because in all seriousness, like, this fucking, like, this podcast, if you go look at my original episode, well, my second episode, it's called Find Your Happy. Because I really feel like this shit,
Dr. Phil shit over here.
Nah, for real. Like, 'cause I want my podcast, even though I tell some fucking dumbass stories and I talk about weird shit and like Troy Ave snitching, I really want to inspire people at the end of it all, because that's what music was. That's what people sought out to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when we joke about it and we talk about pop culture and shit, but I know your respect for Tupac is because it's like, oh my god, look what he sought out to do. You know what I'm
Jesus
saying?
To me.
But I know you're dead serious, because look what he's. How all the West Coast shit we talk about and we joke about is one thing. Yeah. But if you really look at his real message, he really meant something, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying I ever want to be the Tupac of podcasts. Hopefully not. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to be, his message is always going to live on forever. Yeah. So that message, if I could, like, that is like, what else are you in it for? You know what I'm saying? You in it for, I'm not in this shit for the money. No fucking money. Yeah. This is supposed to be fun.
It's supposed for the people, man.
I can't go to the NFL. Yeah. The internet's gonna last forever though. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I would have got kicked out of the league, but sit here and do a podcast. Yeah. There you go. That's free. But yeah, man. If I could inspire the listeners and even you as my friend.
Yeah, man. I need it. Trust me.
I don't even know what I do, but hey, listen, if talking to us is enough,
you on your grind, man. You got fucking ideas and you put it into motion and you make it happy. You make it happen, not make it happy. You make me happy, motherfucker.
I appreciate that. But have some more champagne.
Yeah, I know. But no, I don't know. I never did no shit like that. You know, I've had dreams, but I never made the shit happen. You know, I never had the resources to do it. You know. You got the resources, you put your mind to it, and you fucking do it, and I respect that, you know. I put my mind to shit, I don't do shit, you know.
Is it because of that behind you on the punching bag, procrastination?
My whole life is procrastination, man. I've been procrastinating since fucking took my Regents test in 5th grade, man. I don't know.
Yo, you know what's funny that I think about a lot that you told me that you took your own braces off. I thought that's one of the illest things I've ever heard, but it's the craziest. Because my brother did it, and I was like, look at this fucking idiot. But for some reason,
this fucking Django.
Yeah, right. For some reason, when you told it to me, I was like, yo, because I don't want to get. I don't want to tell the story for you, but you were like, yo, they just wouldn't take me to that.
Yeah, they wouldn't take me.
Yo, I like
it would go through months, and the fucking dentist would blame me. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm fucking 13. I'm not even 13. Yeah, I'm 13. Leave me the fuck alone. Yo, I would say what my grandparents take me to this dumb.
But see, that's why it just sticks to my head, because when we talk about procrastination, like when it comes down to the real shit.
It was passed down.
You're about your business, right? But you're down to your business. Well, I've never met you late for work. Like I've never met you late for. I've never seen you late for work. Really? I mean, obviously emergencies happen. Yeah, like, that shit happens. But like,
speak to my new job.
I remember you were always so on time that like when I strolled in at 4:07, like I'd feel like, oh fuck, like, you know, I don't want to look like a dick. Like I might as well get there on time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but when it comes to like, why is it when it comes to like people's dreams, they put it on the back burner.
They don't think it's realistic, attainable. You know, it's a dream. You know, it's a shot in the dark, really.
But that's why I guess I won't use people. Like, why do you feel like it's a shot in the dark?
I don't know. I just don't feel like people take me seriously. I don't have a college education, so I don't have any degree to stand back on. Like, yo, I did this, I did that. I'm qualified for this. Can't just walk up on stage and with my dick in my hand.
Yeah, you can. You gotta. You gotta look at. It's the same. Listen, man. That's why I love rap music so much. Yeah. And I reference it so much because life is rap music. Yeah. Not now. I don't know what the fuck it is now. Yeah. But to me, what as far as the listeners are concerned, my core essence of rap music. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. They make something out of nothing. Look what they make words into.
Words into money. Yeah.
Words literally form into money. Don't fucking tell me money don't grow on trees. Yeah. It does. It just depends on where you plant that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, life is that to me.
It's also luck, though. Luck has a lot to do with it. There's a lot of talented motherfuckers out there that are trying to do it, and they're not doing it.
Because of procrastination.
I don't even think it's procrastination. Like, they're out there. They're trying to do it. They're just
But
not
see,
getting
this is also where it gets tricky. This is where it gets tricky. And I won't play. I don't remember where I saw it, but this isn't my quote.
Yeah.
Someone said, sometimes it takes 12 years to get to the best year of your life.
I guess.
So, when it's like, it's not working, like...
I don't got 12 years left in me, man. I don't got fucking...
See,
I'm going to be dead in a few more years, man. I'm fucking 32 years old.
Yo,
I don't got 12 years, bro. I'm going to be in my 40s when I'm fucking...
This is what I'm saying, like... I know you really got your dead ass right now.
I'm dead ass, yeah.
I know you're dead ass, bro. You're
get it now.
You're gonna be having that same fucking mentality when you're 85. Like, a few more years. And that whole time, 50 years fucking went by.
Yeah.
And you were just like, a few more years. So
people been saying that to me too, like, yo, you're gonna outlast everybody, man.
That's what I was just saying. Like, I met you fucking 7 years ago. You were like, few more years. Like, if you had it your way when I met you, man, you wouldn't have made 30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, what do you...
I never expected to live till 30.
Which is the fucking strangest thing. That's why I say, hey, listen, if you don't expect to live, we'll say that. Why wouldn't you go balls to the wall? That's all. Even more reason why I would be like, fuck it. I'm gonna follow my dreams. If I don't follow nothing else,
that's true.
If I do feel like I got however many years, couple more years left, I gotta follow it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I really want to like wake people up with that shit. Like,
that's a good outlook. I like that.
That's what keeps me going. That's what makes me like, you know what?
Yeah.
I would get up and go to work for someone else every day. I should do it for myself.
Yeah.
And then at that point,
that's the American dream.
But at that point, but that's where it translates to that. It's not even the be your own boss. I changed my mind. Like, it's the mindset. Then I was like, you know what? Instead of vacations, just put more work in and make more money. You know what I'm saying? Or instead of having a fucking Mercedes, take that money you pay for that, put it into something to make some money.
Yeah.
It's gonna pay off.
Yeah.
If you and that got me out of that. Like, that's where I say rap is like, it gets tricky because rap also has you thinking like, if you don't do it by 32, it's over.
Yeah. Well, you're like a dinosaur.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially nowadays.
But then I think
it shouldn't be like
look
that.
at Nori. Look at Joe Budden. They transitioned.
Yeah, but they found a niche. Yeah, they found a little niche.
Not their niche. This is the world. I'm not Joe Budden. I'm not Nori.
Yeah.
I'm on the same platforms.
Well, a lot of guys, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's not a matter. It's a matter of sometimes it takes you 10 years to get to the best year of your life. Because if you ask those guys, their career was over.
Yeah.
It fell off. They were done. They were nothing.
They made a comeback.
And they made a comeback.
Nori, and I guess they're doing better than ever. I'm sure Nori makes more money off this podcast shit than Drink Champs and his fucking music.
He's made more money off Drink Champs than he has made in his... Well, he went platinum a couple times, but I'm sure it's very close. Like, I'm sure right now, and Drink Champs has a way... It's about the same run. He was only... His run in rap was only like, 4 or 5 years. Because he had a good run. He was number one for a long time. He brought reggaeton to...
Well, that was like later in his career. I mean, he really came out like 96. With Capone again.
But
that was a good album.
I mean, because we were talking about money. Like,
in 2002, he had that big hit, 2 big hits.
But that's what I mean. Like, I'm on the terms of I'm on the terms of like money.
Yeah.
I'm sure at that, but this was also the 90s. So at that point,
it
was $2 million was a hell of a lot of money.
Back in the 90s,
he probably
made that. Paid.
He made that. He had to make that in 2017.
Oh, because you had to go buy the album. You couldn't download it.
Now it's just like, you don't even got to leave your house. Then you have to go buy the shit. Now
you can get it for free. Yeah.
I'm sure you can make way more money now.
Yeah.
Than you do. Joe Budden, the nigga drives the S550, the coupe.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm just saying, but it makes way more money now than he did then. He probably couldn't buy it then.
He also beat up some bitch on Dykeman. Remember that bitch in the Heights? He beat up some bitch in his car, in his beautiful car he's got.
This is why he blocked your ass.
You know, look. Let's be honest, man. Look.
Yo, domestic violence is not okay.
Yeah. Even though I am the CEO of Slap a Bitch Records. But you forgot about Slap a Bitch Records.
Yo, the one thing I forgot, I remember everything.
Yeah.
I forgot about Slap a Bitch Records.
How could you forget, man?
You know why? Because I'm not getting indicted with your ass. That's why I pushed that one out of my brain. No, seriously. Yo, the crazy shit is, Slap a Bitch Records was hilarious. No one cared. No one cared back then.
Yeah.
Have you ever? You've
that
never,
was okay back
no
then.
one.
It was tolerable.
Wait, listen. Whenever you said Slap a Bitch Records, you gotta laugh. When you said it, you have to laugh. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Now, people listen like, oh my god, like so now it's like I forgot because it just didn't didn't translate in my brain. Yo, when you said Slap a Bitch Records back then, I don't know why that shit was hilarious, but it was. And I get the political climate so fucked up. People may not be able to enjoy the slap with us.
Yeah.
But that shit was hilarious.
We ain't only advocating women. I mean, hitting women.
That's why it's amazing.
There's male bitches out there too. You know.
And that's what I was just gonna go to. I guess that was my long-winded way of doing it, but. A bitch doesn't mean like it's not. That's why I had to say we're not against domestic violence.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
You know us by now. It's way deeper than that. A bitch is not like a woman. No, a bitch is a grown ass man sometimes. And sometimes it's a woman, but sometimes it's just like your actions make you a bitch.
Yeah.
Not your gender, not your whatever. Like
exactly.
You know, when you stub your toe, you're like, son of a bitch. You know, it's just something you gotta say sometimes. So like Slap a Bitch Records. At the time was just like anybody who's acting like a bitch, like it was just perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I think, and that's why we were talking about this podcast thing. I know we're jumping all over the place, but I think that's why you do have it in you, because it's like the art of not giving a fuck. Slap a Bitch Records could have its revival. It could. I know it sounds crazy.
I'm saying, man.
It could
the
have
first
its revival.
artist we're gonna sign is Chris Brown.
Yo, see, there you go.
The second artist we're gonna sign is Bobby Brown.
See,
we're gonna form a super group.
Let's start
Brown back in these hoes.
Yo, let's start with Bobby Brown.
Okay.
And then we get Chris Brown after.
No, Chris Brown was more infamous though.
That's where we're gonna get shut
down.
And
then head of security is gonna be Ray Rice. All right.
There you go. Just that fast.
When you come to the offices of Slap a Bitch Records out in L.A., you're gonna get greeted by the security guard.
Just that fast. Our record labels where Irv Gotti were being investigated by the FBI.
Yeah, man.
Shit's no good. But seriously, man, the art of not giving a fuck. I think that's actually a book. I better.
The art of not giving. I'm sure it's a book.
I heard that somewhere before. And I thought it was like a thing, dummies. So I always say it. So I didn't come up with that for the listeners. I don't want to be a biter, not a writer, for myself and others. But yeah, man, you definitely have a. And I said this to you off the record, but I guess I'll say it to you on the record. But even if you didn't do a podcast with me, I would want you to do a podcast. Just because it would be like, think about there's comedians that do dark humor.
Yeah.
Like there's comedians that do it.
I gotta cut out the racism, though. That's not good.
Nah, bro, listen, let me tell you something.
It's not even honest racism. It's not honest like I mean it. It sounds funny to me. I have a sick sense of humor, you know?
I'm so glad you said that because I used to, my old Twitter bio used to say 17% racist, but don't judge me. That's just as good as Slap a Bitch Records.
Yeah.
It's the same thing to me. Like if you laugh at 70% racist but don't judge me, but don't laugh at Slap a Bitch Records, you're not realistic with yourself. Yeah. Like it's the same shit to me.
Yeah.
Right? So
Tony Ayo told me it was funny. Remember he DM'd
I remember
me?
that. I remember
he
fact.
DM'd
That's a
me
fact.
on Twitter, yeah.
That's a fact. I remember. That's a fact. But that's what I'm saying. So I was like, if you said it's realistic, we're all a little bit racist. Like stop. Don't give me that shit.
Well, this is America, you know.
But that's what I'm saying. But like 17% is a good percentage to fly by.
Yeah.
It don't bother nobody.
It's less than 50.
It's not. You ain't got it. You don't have a tiki torch.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? It's not that bad.
Which is innovative.
But I think 17% is realistic.
Yeah.
Like that's like that 17%. I mean, don't get me wrong. I pulled that number out of the fucking air, out of iCloud.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was a realistic number and I never looked at a stat of anything. But it's like, yo, some stereotypes be true. Like, let's not act like stereotypes are that far-fetched.
Yeah.
So I'm very glad you said that.
They're there for a reason.
They're there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's comedians that give you the honest-to-God truth.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm a comedian because our shit just be realistic. Like, it's fun for the sake of the joke, but I'm being dead ass sometimes. Like, most of the time. Like, I say it's a joke. The truth is said in jest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like the little spice. It's a podcast spice you put on some shit how you really feel.
Yeah.
But it's like
it's underlying truth there.
Yeah, like we got to get back to being realistic.
Yeah.
This shit's going too far. It's gone. It's gotten too crazy.
I don't know if we could go back, man. I think we're on a fucking collision course.
I just said that you had an art and not giving a fuck, and there you go.
I don't know, man. I don't like this Me Too movement. I'm fucking...
You're nervous now.
Yeah, this got me shook, man. This fucking Me Too movement, man. I don't like it. Hashtag Me Too
You're going to text me on Monday like, yo, you got to edit out that...
Nah. Look, let the wolves come for me. Fuck it, man. Any publicity is good publicity.
Gunsmoke the Dawn on Twitter.
Yes.
I wasn't going to give it out, but now I got to give it out. Just for the sake of sake.
On YouTube too, man.
Oh,
Gunsmoke the Dawn on YouTube. Check out my cheaply made, low quality Tupac Shakur video.
Yo, I'm actually gonna play that. Like I don't know. Like as soon as I'm done with this shit, 'cause for the listeners, my MacBook, I got mad shit plugged into it, so it just started to overheat or some shit. It got weird. I can't even move the mouse. It's getting strange. Oh, it worked.
You motherfucker.
Oh, I think, yeah, okay. Maybe it was a little weed on the mouse pad. Never mind. Forget that story I was just going to go on. But anyway, but I'm going to play that as soon as I'm done with this podcast because I got to see that shit myself. I didn't even, this guy, that's why I got to pull him out of the hibernation because this guy, I go to search his Twitter, I couldn't even find this shit. I'm like, you don't even pop up in the suggestions anymore, bro. Like, people wondering where the fuck you are.
Twitter gave up on me years ago.
That's why I got to pull you out of the woodwork. I got to pull you out of the woodwork. You got too much good shit for the sake of the joke. Not to just let it go to waste. I, as my friend, I can't allow that. So, you know, like I say, you got a spot on the eye. Say this podcast.
Oh,
hopefully, Gunsmoke the Dawn. Because this is the thing. Like he doesn't realize this yet. But the way I'm gonna work the paperwork up, he's gonna be in a death row contract.
Oh,
I'll hang him off my balcony if I have to. But that's another story for another day. Listen, man, what do you want to leave the people with?
It's been an honor to be here with you today, ladies and gentlemen. I am Gunsmoke the Dawn, Copper de Tutti Copy, in the flesh, the CEO of Slap a Bitch Records. And when you come here, you better have your chest out, your head up, and your hammer cocked back. We ain't playing no games and we ain't saying no names. You know what it is. We're killing motherfuckers in front of their kids. Now check me out on YouTube, Gunsmoke the Dawn, motherfucker, and Twitter, bitch.
Have a day you deserve. We're out. Listeners, if you're listening in the podcast app, I need you to go rate this. So make sure you search King Bo Christ or search by the podcast name. I say that to say this. Leave a 5-star rating. I don't know, a goat emoji or something, some nice words, and hit send. I appreciate you listening. Thank you.